Yesterday's highlights got panic, dead credibility, and dog heartbreak. Real-life breakfast material.
The burden is not always the work. No, it's the panic, the performance, and the bad systems hiding inside the work. And today, we're gonna laugh at them.
Good, because crying before coffee makes the whole day taste weird.
And more importantly, let your own body know you are up and alive.
My body gets the memo. It just responds, fuck you.
How much credibility do you lose if you put that out there and everybody just kind of ignores you?
That's every parent threatening consequences from the couch.
Like, did we all know that the end of civilization wasn't happening last night? Did we all just know that, you're just bluffing? You're just fucking bluffing?
Nothing colder than people hearing your threat and going, nah.
If the leader making the demand has no credibility to start with, I guess there's no credibility to go with. Anyways, it is interesting to me. We're gonna do this, and then like, do you have to do it? Like, because if you don't, you're kind of like a pussy.
That's how 90% of bad male decisions get funded.
And yesterday, man, I had a tough day yesterday. And truthfully, I've had a tough 24 hours.
Yeah, you can hear a man trying not to fall apart on camera.
And I learned yesterday that she has what's called vestibular disease, which is essentially old age dog.
That phrase will fold a grown man like cheap patio furniture.
Yeah. And it was a wake-up call, because I'm old. For me, it's just this recognizing that it's time, it's mortality, it's staring me in my face.
That's when it stops being the dog and starts being your own ass.
It's called age. Like, fuck, just give me something. Give me something to fix it. Just let me put it back to how it was.
That's every guy at 2 a.m. trying to negotiate with reality.
And it doesn't work that way. He's a vet. He says, Keith, the moment you look in your dog's eyes and their quality of life is not what they expect it to be or what you believe it should be as a dog, then maybe that's the day that you start asking yourself those questions. And, yeah, but right now I'm going to spend the next couple hours with my brother from another mother, and I know he's going to put a lot of smiles on my face and a lot of laughter, and I'm sure he's going to say, hey, you got to stick some BP 157 into Charlie. His name? Oh, Jimmy. Hey, he's over there. His name's John.
That is grief plus panic plus zero sleep talking out its ass.
I'll take that one, baby.
John heard pain and clocked in immediately.
Fuck. That's awesome, man. So she got the diagnosis yesterday. Vestibular disease. Essentially old age dog. And when I went to the doctor yesterday and she told me what it was, and then she said, you can't fix it, it's like it fucking stabbed me in the heart, because now I gotta just deal with it.
That's the bitch of it. No fix, just feelings.
I mean, if they say that, if the doctor's saying this is the beginning of the decline, why not make the decline a little slower?
Every guy hears that and starts ordering weird shit online.
It's that old, okay, well, they got an ear infection. Take the antibiotics for 3 days, the ear infection goes away. It's that kind of quote unquote fix, right?
But, tomorrow or even later today, and I say this as myself included, as a situation like this is, we'll pull our panties up and realize, okay, it's time to fucking soldier on. We take the best route that we can for the animal, for ourselves.
That's the real adult part nobody wants. Love plus ugly decisions.
And more importantly, we end up looking at this as the end position as a blessing. It's that the pooch probably is living like a pig in shit, just like 2 years ago. Doesn't even realize what's going on. You're the one that's just traumatized by the situation.
The dog is like, I took a nap. You're writing eulogies in traffic.
Not much is going to change for her. He says she's going to go to sleep.
I mean, she doesn't fucking know. As far as she knows, she just went to go see a friend at some fucking office where there were some other dogs. Our bodies.
Here we go. John is about to explain pain like it's a busted pickup.
Yes.
Are just vehicles.
Yes.
So, does it fucking when the game is over, when life is over, we weren't supposed to give our vehicles back in perfect condition. It's a one-time use.
Tell that to every dude still trying to squat like he is 26.
Yes.
When it's over, there should be nothing left to wring out of that vehicle. That vehicle should have given everything it's got. So, when I look forward to, I see this with kind of weird when I say this, but I look forward to having trouble getting up and down the steps. It's because I know that I used my vehicle all the way. Fucking A, man. It's like when it's all like whatever a person believes, when you stand in front of God or whoever you're standing with, God's going to look and go, why the fuck are you bringing back this well fucking conditioned, very still usable vehicle? Why didn't you use this thing the way it was supposed to be used to live your life all the way?
Imagine dying and still getting called lazy at checkout.
How about just fucking living a life, living your life not to the fullest, going through a fucking rhythm that's not truly stretching you out? Well, fuck, man. Of course, we want to slow down the degeneration.
Yes.
We want to use every bit of the, remember, it's like the, kind of a funny story, but bad example. That thing with the Jackass where they rented a fucking car. Maybe Charlie will be the reason you fucking enjoy that thing, for Christ's sake.
That line just slapped half the audience in the chest.
I kind of let my body, it's nice to be able to let your body wake up when it wants to wake up. 2 years ago is when I had the real dawning of, fuck, the formula has changed so much. I'm focusing on the wrong shit here. You know, I'm still focused over here, and the environment, the terrain has changed. I need to be focused over here. If I don't fucking get this together, I'm gonna miss the fucking boat.
Men never change at yellow lights, only at blinking red.
It's like the battery's slowly still going down, and at some point you're gonna go, holy Christ, I'm in the red and I'm fucking blinking. And then at that point, it's like that. It's when your phone totally dies, you plug it in. It don't even register as getting charged for fucking 10 minutes.
That's every burnt out dude pretending a Saturday nap fixed his whole life.
It's like, because there's no alarm, like, oh, what if I sleep too late? It's like my brain always fucking does. It's like when I'm doing something I'm not supposed to, my brain always goes like, oh, you're not supposed to sleep late. I wouldn't lay down because like if I'm, you don't make it to a fucking main event, you're gonna get fucking fired.
Fear built more careers than vision ever did.
I swear to God, hookers or drug dealers were the only people that knew where he was.
Brother had the kind of contacts you absolutely do not put as references.
I said, look, dude, I'll go for you. I don't question that. But stop fucking lying. Everybody knows you're full of shit. Just tell them you were on a fucking bender and you fucked up.
Honestly, that lie was already dead on arrival.
He goes and fucking rents out the whole place. 70,000 people show up. The guy makes 30 some odd $1 million and gives a big finger to everybody.
Spite with a profit margin is a hell of a drug.
But for the most part, when all the fucking dust settles, it's who gives us the fucking biggest dollar at the end of the day. You know, that's interesting is what probably people are not recognizing as she turns, her hand that's on is pushing herself over the top of that fucker. Without that push, she's not making it over the top of that thing. So the height of that pole, like if that's a really tall pole, she's going to choke down on it because she might have the speed to be able to have it way up top.
I love watching elite athletes do this, or elite business people do the small little things that everybody else takes for granted.
Yeah, greatness is usually some boring shit done way too consistently.
Grab your fucking broomstick and go running down the street. See how fucking awkward it is to run without pumping your arms. And then run that fucking fast. Look how fucking fast she's running, holding a fucking, and it's not that she's holding a pole, she's holding a fucking, probably a 17-foot pole.
Yes. So a major new study published in the Journal of Science says your genes control 55% of how long you're going to live. Kai, let's run it.
Your dad had heart trouble, his dad had heart trouble. You follow this all the way back. Let's look what else they did or didn't do. They all lived the same fucking life. Of course, they all had fucking heart trouble. They all fucking were lazy. They all fucking smoked. They all did this. Where's the fucking guy going to come in and break that fucking mold of how life is lived?
Every family needs one person willing to disappoint tradition.
Oh my goodness, that heart trouble disappeared like a fart in the wind.
That is the dumbest, beautiful health advice I have ever heard.
Is it really genetic, or is it how you choose to live your life?
Hold on a second. Has anybody ever asked the question how I cannot be destined to it?
Look, there's the breed of people that are just like, they're just so fucking happy to tell you how sick they are.
Some people don't want help. They want an audience and a refill.
Terry sat there and acknowledged everything. This fucking lady must have talked for 20 fucking minutes.
And I know
But then there's this and there's this. And every time she said a new thing, she fucking got a bigger smile.
She was collecting problems like coupons at a sad-ass Costco.
We couldn't get out of there. It'd be like if I was to create like a coaching company that was not custom, and I had all these boilerplate systems, I could just hire any fucking Yahoo coach to come in and talk people through it, because I've just given them a template to speak.
BMI means nothing.
BMI sees one jacked guy and starts screaming ambulance.
So Adam Holroyd is like, John, you're morbidly obese. You better get on a whole pile of medications, statin, up your cardio and lower the heavy lifting. That would be the typical, actually, he's right. That would be the typical prescription. We had a 78-year-old yesterday, Johnny, 91. Like, come on, man. No excuses. 91 years old. Just getting in the gym, she's getting coached and doing her deadlift. Gotta admire that.
I mean, at that age, does there have to be a romantic reason? No. Let's just get all the 70-year-olds that are fucking sexually active and have a big fucking orgy.
John really took a perfectly normal segment and set it on fire.
Let's go. If I could hold the throttle close to wide open into my 80s, I'd won. I mean, think about it. Is it really how many years? Or it's how long is life, or how much life did you live? Well, I mean, at 54, I feel like I've got many lives packed in here already. But if we can get to X, what's a win? And I was like, if I get in my early fucking 80s living wide open, that's a win.
Like, I see Lauren today, and I look at her like she's, like, I just met her yesterday.
That's actually beautiful. Same woman, less stupid eyes.
Like, I feel like time has stopped for me.
I'm saying I'm way better. Like, I see her I see her more attractive, more everything than in the beginning.
Yeah, me too. But because when I feel like when you're in your 20s, you look at some in your 50s going, oh, that's old. Like, well, fuck, man. No, I feel like I'm in my 20s or 30s wanting to go and jump on my wife again like I'm a 20-year-old kid. But even more in love with her because of all that I've learned for the last 8 or 9 years about her and that journey of love.
Listen, I'm going to obsess about something. It's either going to be really good or real bad. So I have to fucking commit to getting better in a good way.
Because, you know, being a leader is making a statement. But if you don't back it up, your credibility is gone.
Well, my man just said a second ago, who's raised with the idea when you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. Okay. This is how you develop the discipline that's been evading you. It's so simple, not easy, simple. So when you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this in the morning, I'm going to go for a run, I'm going to go to the gym, and you don't fucking do it, you're breaking the word to yourself, which is the basis, the foundation for discipline.
That one hurts because everybody has a graveyard of little promises.
Say, I'm going to put my fucking shoes on. I'm going to go outside for 1 fucking minute. Because when you wake up and you didn't sleep well and you feel like shit because you stayed up too fucking late and ate the shit you weren't supposed to, you can still muscle up 1 goddamn minute walking outside.
1 minute is so doable, it pisses lazy people off.
And for those of you that say, oh my God, I'm not motivated enough to have discipline. Guess what? Discipline is what creates motivation. So shut the fuck up.
That wasn't motivation. That was getting mugged by accountability.
When you do the shit you're supposed to do, you have success. When you have success, you get motivated to do more. You see how that lines up?
And in the last 24 hours, a leader in the world said something is going to happen by a certain time, and if it doesn't happen, all hell is going to break loose. That's dangerous stuff to throw on the table as a leader. If you're gonna say it, you gotta do it.
Otherwise, you're just making announcements like a drunk mall cop.
But if you're not gonna do it, what does that kind of credibility offer you as a leader?
But history from this person has been noted that you make these bold statements and then back off. You push the envelope to the farthest end of the table as you could, then you back off.
That's how your threats become background music.
We need to respond instead of react. Be the thermostat and set the temperature instead of responding to it, but like a thermostat. If you turn around and, like I said earlier, show me a history, a pattern that you're known to flake and not keep your word, I'm not going to show that kind of grace. So then it becomes like the boy cried wolf. Now some real shit happens and you can't call, and it's like, now I'm not giving you grace because you taught me how to respect you.
And I felt like an asshole because it was one of those moments where I made a proclamation, and it was around $1 million. I said, I'm not fucking doing that. We're going to kill the whole deal. He's like, Billis, we're going to kill the whole thing for $1 million.
You take that 10-second rule and check yourself. Say, all right, am I reacting or am I responding? Am I in my feelings or not?
If you stop fucking speaking in absolutes, like God, that always fucking frustrates me. You know, just in the stupid, it's almost like it's saying I can't. Don't fucking tell me you never drive your car. The fucking car's got it has a mile on it, doesn't it? Stop fucking saying I never. Stop saying always. That's this absolute stuff destroys credibility.
Nothing sounds dumber than a guy arguing in permanent marker.
So that moment taught me something, boys, because Maurice pulled me aside after that and he's like, dude, if you're going to make a statement, you need to fucking be prepared to follow through with it, or else shut your fucking mouth. And I was like, oh, because you can't make a statement like that or your credibility means dick. If you're going to make a statement like that and you're negotiating and doing, you negotiate for a living. So maybe every leader should do that, Dwayne Whitaker. Maybe leadership now is this whole idea of make a big fucking bold proclamation that shit's going to happen to move the needle.
If this fucker nutty enough or dumb enough to fucking pull the trigger on one of these fucking outlandish statements. Well, you know, here's the thing. If all these motherfuckers that are investing their belief and disbelief on fucking shit that they can't control would actually put that in their own fucking lives, we have a different fucking place. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with that? You spend all your fucking time believing of the moon and the world is flat. You can't fucking change any of it. How about believe in getting your fat ass off the fucking couch?
I love it.
Okay, I'm willing to do the shit that other people won't do. Okay, what is it that when I look around, man, these fucking highly successful people, what are they doing to get there? And it doesn't matter what venue, arena they're in, so to speak, you know. They're all fucking getting up and getting the hard shit done early.
Yeah, that's the problem with corporate America, corporate North America. Nobody makes decisions. Nobody moves forward. I'm going to spend a lot of time on my pooch. So, and I'm going to love her. I'm going to love her like a motherfucker.
That's the move. No fix. Just love the shit out of her.
I'm going to love, but I got to,
Yeah.
I'm going to love her. And that's what gets me as a human is that they can't communicate. You know, they communicate with their eyes and the way they express themselves.
And then they are put on this earth
Yeah.
to teach us how to love unconditionally with
Yes.
a tremendous amount of power.
Yeah. No, it's called age. It's not going to fix. I'm like, ah, fuck.
He said, are you keeping him alive for you or for him?
Yep.
And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, wow. You know, it was a reality.
Yesterday was a time moment of, oh, I'm now got to face this new reality that I wasn't, I'm like, no, just give me a couple more years. I wasn't ready for this yet.
The vet looked at me, he said, you need to give yourself a pat on the back because you can help them live a long, healthy, joyous, prosperous life. We all gonna be back together again. It's just that, you know, you're getting out of this jacket, putting on another jacket, I'll meet you on the other side.
And I guess the best way to say it was that it's just so shitty. Charlie's not just my dog. She's been with me through the last 10 years of my life. This kills me, man. But I'm watching her slow down. I'm watching her become confused. I'm watching her need help, sleep more, move differently. It's like I'm talking about my parent or your parent or our parents. And man, it just fucking hits me hard, man. Because it feels like it's a mirror being held back up to me. Because when your dog gets old, when something that you hold so intimately gets old, you're not just looking at them. You're looking at time. You're looking at your own life. You're looking at how fast it all moves. And you're looking at the fact that nothing here is permanent. Nothing. Regardless of what your belief is. No matter how badly we want it to be, it's not permanent. It doesn't work that way. It's called life. They come into our lives. We go and we find them. We fall in love with them and they give us everything. Unconditionally. Presence, loyalty, routine, comfort. Just that love we crave without an agenda. And then one day, if you're lucky, life gives you the chance to return some of that love back to them. Slow down, to be there, to sit on the couch, to hold them, to stop pretending that you're too busy to recognize what actually matters. And if you're tuning in, you're thinking, oh, is he talking about his kid? No, I'm talking about my dog. love my dog. Even now, especially now. Because that's the bittersweet truth that we call love. The deeper the love, we know it, guys. The deeper the ache. That's how it works. And that ache that I'm feeling, that maybe some of you are feeling as you've gone through your own mourning or changes in life, that ache is not proof that something is wrong.
Hell of a last note. If that one got you, full show is up next.
What's up, nation?
Today, we're talking about how to stop overcomplicating fitness and get real results.
We're calling out excuses
Simplifying the game.
and helping you win the day without turning your life into a weird boot camp cosplay.
Only on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and big conversations. Come hit the like, come hit the subscribe, and come jump into the comments. Come check into the show. Come say hello. Mornings.live over on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Get up, build a streak, and show us your proof that you are up. Every time you negotiate your way out of something, you teach yourself that your word means less when it's inconvenient. So, hey, Jimmy, guys are not losing the fitness battle because they lack information. No, hey, Kai, they're losing because they keep treating that basic discipline like it needs a 12-step documentary, or heading into April, the guy's like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No. Today we're gonna call it the BS and show you what it looks like to live in real life. And all it takes is 1 minute. Maybe it takes for 15 minutes. Today we're breaking it down, the 15-minute situation to get your ass out of bed and make some accomplishments. But first, Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends, your live morning show for real talk, entertaining conversation, sharp laughs, and the kind of conversation you will not find anywhere else. Good morning, Holroyd. Good morning, Sullivan. Good to see you guys there out there in the community this morning. Hey guys, just a reminder. We do not have a young lady on the show who's 78 who asked us not to swear. Yes, so we probably will drop some words that might offend some people today. It might be R-rated, it might be X-rated, it might even be Z, or if you're in Canada, Z-rated. Yeah, we all drops all kinds of word bombs out here, and an occasional body sound coming out of one of the holes of the body. So hey, if you're sitting next to somebody who clutches those pearls for cardio, yeah, now it's time to turn the volume all the way up. And kids, kick your parents out of the room because we're taking the mantle from Conan O'Brien, and we're looking for you. College campuses around America, come tune in to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. And if you are new here to our show, listening on demand, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, jump into the comments, and come click on the big domain that we call mornings.live. Yes, mornings.live is where you'll find our show every single day. And even when we're not on the show, you'll find us there. And that's where you can check in and start your streak. And believe it or not, some of us need streaks. Yeah, we need that constant motivation that we know somebody's there to catch us. And hey, guys, we also got the phone line, the Mornings in the Lab phone lines. 431-300-3005. I was just checking my computer over here because it's doing some work. One of my agents. 431-300-3005. Send me a text. Send me a voicemail. Come say hello. We'll open up the phone lines if somebody wants to make a phone call. Yes. Ever since Lady Drew occupied a different show, we have been somewhat quiet here in the morning. So, hey, come on, tune it up. Hey, Drew, you got to come meet Kai. Kai hasn't met Drew. Kai be like, hey, who's Drew? Well, 431-300-3005 will get you into the show. And hey, guys, after you get on over to mornings.live and check into the show, you can also do this thing we call the morning poll, the daily poll, the poll that Kai hangs out on every single day. And that poll goes like this. What's the real reason you skipped the workout when you're short on time? If it's not an hour, it doesn't count. Is that what you say to yourself? I got to put an hour. If it's not an hour, it doesn't count. Come on, guys. It's too mentally draining to start, or you don't have a plan that fits in 15 minutes. Well, hey, I got an option for you. All it takes is one. Just get up, go for a walk. 1 minute, 15 times. There's your 15-minute workout. And yeah, what's the poll? What's holding you back from your big goals here today? And then, hey, we got the big question, of course, on the board here today as well. The big question goes like this. What is one physical, personal, or professional habit you are overcomplicating right now in your life? Yes, I listen. Some of us just we think we got something done, and then we add an extra step to it. Next thing you know, we over-engineered the whole problem, and it becomes a very complicated situation. Good morning, Dwayne Whitaker. I see you out there, brother. Good to have you out there this morning in the community. Hey, Dwayne, you like eggs? Yeah, I love my eggs. I crush eggs around this house, non-stop egg crushing. Egg prices are down. Keith and Johnny are talking about it coming up on the show here today. And to all you snoozers, hey, you guys snoozing? You're now you're 891 minutes behind. And if you want to track your snoozing, hey, Whitaker, you should put this on your real estate and your coaching business. Snoozetracker.mornings.live. To all you snoozers out there, this will help get your ass out of bed. Yeah, it will. Because you'll look at it and you'll go, oh my God. All you got to do, I say this nonstop because I have such a belief in this. You take one look at that snooze tracker, like literally one look at it. And listen, we've all snoozed. We've all done it. And if you sat back and did some reflecting, said, oh, when I was in my 30s, I maybe snoozed maybe half the time of my life, or I snoozed every couple days. Look at the cost of 9 minutes. It just accumulates so quickly. Like, honest to God. And it's those 9 minutes that we don't even pay attention to. It truly is. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Whitaker. Good morning, you guys. And it actually is those 9 minutes we don't pay attention to. It's like those moments we have with our dogs that we don't even notice, but yet when they're absent, we notice it. It's like those 9 minutes, right? You lay there, you just tap the button. I'm just going to sneak by. Maybe you do it twice. And guys, I have been there, so I'm not lecturing. I'm so passionate about this because this is a game changer. These 9 minutes of motionless time that don't move our life forward. It might be one of the simplest life hacks ever created. And we got these devices, and Apple doesn't want you to get up. It wants you to snooze. It's like, yes, use our application. Just hit it one more time. You think it's programming you. It's creating this addictive behavior as soon as you get up to touch the phone. I'm telling you, it's wrong. As a matter of fact, we should actually put a big campaign out. You know, we should start perhaps a what do you call it? Like a lobbying campaign for Apple to remove the snooze button. You know, Apple's all about lifestyle. Apple's all about, you know, helping us achieve the greatest things. Between Apple and Nike, they should get behind the snooze button. That itself would change society. I'm just telling you guys right now, it actually would change society if Nike and Apple said to the whole world, you know what, guys, you're losing and you're wasting your life 9 minutes at a time. I'm telling you, we all should send a big, what do you call those things? A petition. Yeah, petition. Remember when you'd walk around the yard with the piece of paper? Can I get a petition? Can I get you to, we need something in the community so we'd all get the petition going. We could petition Apple and make some press out of it at the damage they are doing to society with the snooze button. Somebody has to take a stance. Maybe it's the handsome chief right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. 8 o'clock live Eastern time right here on mornings.live. And hey, what were you guys doing yesterday at 8:30? Maybe there was 225 of you hanging out with Cheryl Whitaker on the big leadership show we call It Starts with Cheryl. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, It Starts with Joy. Yeah, It Starts with Joy with Cheryl Whitaker. 8:30 Eastern time right here on the network. And of course, Matty Roof gets us all started at 7:30. And then later on today, we got Jason Hewlett dropping his big show called The Jason Hewlett Show. And I'm looking forward to that one coming up. I'm also looking forward to the young man himself joining me in a few minutes, John Anderson. Hey, have you guys seen Joey Fatone lately? Don't put it on the screen. Nope, don't put it on the screen yet. Have you guys seen Joey Fatone lately? You know, so we got these legacy acts now. I was talking to some business folks out there in the Floridas, and we're talking about music artists. And I'm telling you, man, you know, inside, I guess the question I have to ask ourselves is, when you become a legacy act, is it full permission to let yourself go? Like, I'm just wondering. I'm just asking the question that we all are wondering in our heads. Because if you saw bye Joey Fatone, you'd be thinking that we all have permission to let ourselves go. Coming up, dropping some Joey Fatone knowledge. And hey, what's up with the dude? I usually don't lean into these conversations, but because I'm a curious dude, Rex Heuermann, the guy has pled guilty to just, unaliving. That's the word I should use. Unaliving a bunch of people over in the Gilgo Beach unaliving mysteries. Yeah, that's it. And I watched the guy's clip this morning, just walking into court, and they asked him how he did it. And he's like, oh, yeah, this, just smiling, it's just a smirk. And now they're, I guess, the FBI crime investigative CSI, they're gonna meet with the dude and document what's going on in his brain. It's like, why? Why did you do that? How did you do that? Like, you know, the mind of a sociopath. That shit just fascinates me. There was a great series on Netflix. What the hell was it called? I don't recall what it was called. Uncommon Unaliver? No. I don't know what it was. 2 characters, awesome, solving unsolved unaliving. Yeah, I'm going to be really good with my words this morning. Yeah. You guys know which one I'm talking about. They haven't ran it. It's like, it was from David Finch. Yeah, David Finch, incredible Nick Noir, crazy shit. So I'm thinking that we might find Rex Heuermann. Yes, I am trying, Kai, yes, I am also trying not to say the word that starts with K that, you know, YouTube would not like me to say, so I'll just say unalive instead. Yeah. Hey guys, you got some belly fat sitting around your belly? If Johnny Anderson has anything to say about it, he might call you out on it. Well, listen, it's shrinking your muscles by 83%. We're going to have that conversation coming up on the show here today. So you might just, wow. The old Hunkle Handsome Chief is just on you guys today. The snoozing, the belly fat. You guys would be like, I don't want to hang out with this guy. He's not making me feel good about myself. Well, hey, you could be worse. You could be the guy where doctors found, hey, Kai, doctors found a live World War II artillery shell inside of his body. I'm just a delivery of the message. That's all that I am. So, you know, think about it. You could be the guy laying on the couch with the belly. You could be the guy hitting the snooze button, and you could also be the guy with the artillery shell stuffed inside of your body cavity. I'm not too sure how I would feel about that one. So we're going to have those conversations plus so much more with the handsome man himself sitting there so patiently. He's not Joey Fatone. No, he would not let himself become Joey Fatone. Bye, 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 bye. His name, John Anderson.
Good morning, nation. We appreciate you so much. Yesterday, you wrapped Chief and Charlie in real love. Texts look small. They don't land small when a man's carrying something heavy. Yesterday, you proved this nation shows up.
That's why this place matters. You don't watch from the fence. You step in, you care, and you steady people.
We appreciate that deeply. Hard mornings hit different when people reach back and say, keep going, we're with you.
So thank you, nation. We appreciate you more than you know. Let's breathe, reset, and let the morning loop start now.
Dude, it was not in the, there's a station wagon. Looked like the back end was even jacked up a little bit.
I noticed it too. Hey, you want to stick your finger in the camera? You're a little bit blurry this morning. The nation wants to see the handsome hunkle this morning. There you go. There you go.
How does that happen? It was totally fine to sit there.
There you go. Oh, that's that handsome young man I look forward to seeing every single day.
Were you? It was my ship was having a hard time logging in this morning. A VPN kept grabbing me, so I didn't quite hear what you were saying, but sounded like you were making a Backstreet Boy reference.
I was making it back.
So just tell me this, bro. Tell me this. Were you a fucking Backstreet Boy fan?
Oh, you broke up. I lost it. Say that again.
Were you a Backstreet Boy fan?
Oh, fuck yeah. 100%.
Oh my God. Oh,
yes. Okay.
This is why I wouldn't play with you at school.
This is why I was a scooter friend.
This is you were a scooter, dude.
So you were the NSYNC guy then. So were you NSYNC or Backstreet?
No, you're not a fucking boy band guy at all. If you're Jesus Christ. I mean, listen to you. Are you? This is how fucking warped you are. Those are for fucking chicks.
I love it, man. So every time you get to spend mornings with the old hunkle, handsome Chief John Anderson, you peel the onion back, you get to learn all these new layers. And I know you love the fact that I just love the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Oh, yes, I do, brother. Bye.
I tell you, it's even hard for me to be your fucking friend as an adult for knowing this. You should know better.
You know, there's a lot of dudes right now having this conversation privately, and some guy's like, "Wait a minute, they're in the gym, Johnny." Couple good guys like you and I. He's like, "Wait a minute, you like Backstreet Boys?" Yeah, I do. Don't you? Fuck no.
If you like them, you don't tell anybody. Fuck, man.
Oh, I love you too. How are you, man? How was your last 24 hours?
I was better before I knew all of this.
Well, I can tell you, I got a little bit of a more of a smile on my face. I hope I'm seeing improvement with my old aged dog. That vestibular disease apparently it starts to move in a progressing area of positivity after whatever it's 24, 48 somewhat hours, and I think she's moving better today, a little more alert today. It's still that feeling of helplessness, but I think
I'm like this, dude. We as let's say we've seen it with each other 100 times. One day we feel better than the next. Doesn't mean we're gonna fucking die tomorrow.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's exactly it, man.
If someone fucking sees a little blood, oh my God, you're bleeding.
Yeah.
It's not out my fucking jugular, so I'm fine.
It's not out of my jugular. Well, I will go back to that dude we had on the show. Was it Cantrell? I think his name was. No, I can't remember his name. Climbed Everest, did a bunch of crazy shit, Green Beret guy. And I'll just never forget. He's like, because I think I asked him, weren't you afraid of dying? He's like, no, my body's a machine. It'll just go to sleep first. That really struck me. And even just getting to know you, like just the limits of our body, like the machine that our body is. Like it's unbelievable.
It comes down to our minds, the limitation of our minds. Just like fucking, oh God, what was it? The other, I'm trying to think what it was. It was, I had cooked some eggs. Whereas I was at the wedding, and so I cooked some eggs for some of the kids, and Jimmy was eating some eggs. Love Jimmy. Yeah. Still got it. He's actually a pretty tough kid, but I still got to work on him a little bit. Eating some eggs, and he gets a shell in there. And you might as well have a razor blade in his mouth.
Come on.
I was like, dude, chew that up and swallow it. Don't fucking say another word.
Come on. He called you out because there was a shell in the eggs?
Well, he didn't really call me out. He was like fucking he's like trying to get out of his mouth. Like, what, you got a fucking eel in there? Dude, I would fucking, I don't know if I ever told you this. This is let's go the eggshell route.
Okay, well,
so when I was touring in Japan, I was literally, I would go to breakfast, have a big breakfast, and then I would literally take, and they were cool with it because it was a Tokyo Dome hotel, a nice hotel, and I told them what I was doing.
Yes.
I would literally take probably between a dozen and 15 eggs with me every day out of breakfast, hard-boiled egg.
Yes.
And I mean, they watched me. They didn't care. They knew what I was doing. And that, I told them what I was doing. Sometimes the new people didn't know I was doing, looking at me kind of funny. I would load up have my breakfast, load up my tray, and then I'd wear these certain cargo shorts and just fucking put them in my.
Load them up.
But I would stand up right at the table. It wasn't like I was trying to put them where nobody could see.
Yes.
But anyway, I would eat these, right? This is what I would eat throughout the day when we couldn't get food. And so on the bus, you're fucking peeling these things, and the Japanese are clean. And so the road manager comes to me. Everybody imitates him. Hey, John. That's how he spoke. Hey, John, you got to stop eating eggs on the bus. Make a big mess. And we're like, oh, fuck. Okay. Really, Tori? He's like, yeah. He said, boys getting really pissed off, And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll let me think this through. So I did it one more time and tried to be clean. Well, it wasn't clean enough, so they called me in the office.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, they're like, this hard-boiled egg thing, you got to stop. And I'm like, well, okay, this is, you hired me for me. This is how I need this for me. Will this work? And I grabbed one. They're in my fucking pockets always. Grab one with the fucking shell, put the whole thing in my mouth, chewed it up and swallowed it right in front of them. They're like, that will do. So I ate literally, I mean, it was like fucking legendary. As I understand, after I left the company, people are still telling stories because sometimes we'd be going from be like a late night and they'd turn the lights off, everybody recline fucking sleep, and I'd wake up and I'd be hungry, so I'd grab some fucking eggs and I would put the whole thing in my mouth and people could hear me chewing the fucking the shells.
We've been hanging out for 10 minutes this morning. I haven't laughed this much all fucking week. You're such a tool sometimes. I love you.
Did you call me a tool?
I just called you a tool because it's
no. You got to turn that word on yourself, you fucking band boy lover.
Hey, so
fucking
good.
Homo. I swear to God, Lauren's gonna fucking divorce you. You better straighten him up, Lauren. This fucking guy, Jesus Christ. This is worse than the Funny Farm.
That good shows and good hosts always have a thread running through everything. Well, I had a reason to go to the egg conversation, Johnny, because you'll be happy to know, and Americans all over the planet will be happy to know, that, Johnny, egg prices have collapsed by more than 97% from their March all-time high. So they're actually trading at the lowest price in over a decade, dude. Maybe not at Whole Foods, but they're actually lower than they ever have been. So eggs are coming down, brother, which means that we should be eating more eggs. Simple as that. We crush lots of eggs around here, man. Eggs and egg whites. Do you crush egg whites? So actually, I want your opinion. Do you guys buy the egg whites too, John, or just full eggs? And I'm serious.
I actually I've had a sponsor for egg whites for fucking ever.
You did, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I still have it. He sends me usually 8 gallons at a time.
Oh yeah. Well, that's awesome.
That's my version of a protein drink.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't use powders.
Yes,
so a little bit of peanut butter powder in those things. You have it kills the texture.
Oh, dude, yes.
Some sort of sugar-free sweetener, you're good to go.
Yeah. Is it those so I discovered one up here in Canada. You're gonna laugh at me because you're like, fuck, you get shit, you get stuff years later. But I had discovered an egg white product up here that had like an artificial flavor inside of it. You get like a pina colada or like these
it kills the whole idea.
It does, eh? Yeah.
Well, the reason you're doing egg whites is to get away from all the processed shit. Now you're gonna put it right back in.
Yeah, but is it okay? So let me go here. But is it no different than just so you add the no sugar free sweetener to it, the processed shit?
but I get to choose what I put in. When someone else is putting shit in, there's always more than you want.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Hey, speaking of the rotten egg,
it's just like when Bobo was putting it in. When he put it in the way he wanted it.
Well, listen, hey, that rotten egg gas coming out of your ass, Johnny, it might actually be protecting your brain from Alzheimer's. Listen to this.
Your brain makes rotten egg gas on purpose, and it might be keeping you alive. That's either the best defense system ever or the weirdest.
Johns Hopkins found one enzyme called CSE that makes hydrogen sulfide and protects memory.
When it fails, the brain breaks down like Alzheimer's?
Exactly. 6 million Americans with Alzheimer's and limited options. One enzyme could change that math.
Not the smell, the pathway. That's the whole point.
Johnny, keep dropping gas, man. Just keep doing it, brother. It's helping you out.
You know, it's all these fucking studies come up and all they do is support a fucking healthy lifestyle. So it makes no fucking difference what they say. You know, all they're doing is coming to you know what I mean?
No, it's always the no shit Sherlock stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, Holroyd says, I think Adam said the same thing. I get the the Kirkland from Costco, like the egg whites. The Kirkland ones from Costco, a little bit of sugar-free 0-cal maple syrup, and you are good to go. I think it's exactly your prescription, isn't it? Your idea too, eh? Yeah. Yeah.
The only difference is go a little deeper into the egg white.
Yeah.
So there's multiple ways they pasteurize them.
Oh, okay.
Right? And when you like ones from Costco, from Kirkland, they're great because they're very portable, those little containers. But those are being pasteurized with the idea that you're going to cook them. So they pasteurize it with heat because they know you're going to hit it with heat. It doesn't make a difference if they use heat in the pasteurization process. The ones I get are pasteurized with filters, so because the heat basically disfigures the protein molecule.
I see. Okay.
It's a more digestible version when it's not hit with heat during the pasteurization process.
Okay. I didn't know that. Holroyd says, did you guys
see International is the company. They're fucking great. Mac is the owner.
Yeah.
Call him, mention my name. He will fucking roll out the red carpet for you.
Yes, I might just have to do that. Holroyd says
can't ship to your neck of the woods.
Oh, thank you. Did you guys see the Reacher guy trying to drink the egg whites a couple weeks ago? He was having trouble choking it down. I've never had a problem choking down egg whites. Have you? Like, seriously?
Because you choked down a lot of weird shit before you found egg whites.
I can't even touch that.
Dude, this Backstreet Boy thing's got me by the fucking. It's got me by the fucking scruff of the neck, dude.
Do you want to play some Backstreet Boys? Well, let's just see what would happen if you went to see a Joey Fatone concert today. Because if you were like, I want to go see Joey Fatone in the Backstreet Boys.
One of the faggots in that group.
He was one of the fellows in the group. Yes, he was. And here he is here. So I asked the question as
I mean, I gotta say, good for him. He's fucking gray up there rocking it. Good for him. I can't say that the Backstreet Boys was not for everyone. Just not for a male.
Yeah. Well, and he was in sync, by the way. So, but I will say this, and I do have to crack some humor at this. It seems like when we become when the artists that we grew up admiring become like a legacy act, which is like they're more relevant to what they used to do instead of what they're creating now. It's like we've allowed them to just become the dad version of their older self. Like Joey just let himself go. He's no longer the svelte young man.
And their fans will cut him fucking slack. It's like the wrestling world, dude. Somebody just sent me this clip of it was Bushwhacker Luke.
Bushwhacker Luke. Yes.
Somebody else. I don't remember who the fuck it was.
I remember the Bushwhacker.
These motherfuckers could barely get to the ring.
Yes.
Barely get to the ring. And they got in there. Never, of course, they never left their feet. But I mean, it was like, it was straight up just the fact that they were there. They might as well not even wrestled, but they wrestled a match. Yeah,
well, and that's just it, eh? People just want to, and you raise a really good point, because if it's your demographic, it's like we go back to how we were when we were 12 or 15 and seen them. So you're kind of back in that moment, right? It's like, oh yeah, I remember seeing John back when he was 30 or something, and okay, he looks a little puffier today, but then the guy looks at himself, go, yeah, I look puffy too. So it becomes relatable. You raise a good point. It becomes very relatable, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to the fact that, I mean, you think like this, it's like the people that are watching that dude on the stage from whichever fucking boy band he was from, they're watching him perform, but they're also romanticizing about when they were fucking 15.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly
brings them back. I mean, it's bringing everybody back.
Yes. I'll tell you what's going to bring this woman back. Check this woman. I love looking at these things with you. Australian strong woman, Johnny. So let's break this down for me, man. She's lifting a straw. She's 2025 strongest woman contest. She's flipping a car. Let's break it down for me.
Well, the first thing you see is they've got the safety keg right there.
I do. Yes.
Because many people have gotten trapped under cars.
Oh, seriously? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, rolls back on it. For a woman, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a badass bitch for sure.
Yes.
I don't know her. I don't know her personally, but I'm not. Yes. I'm not that deep into the sport. I don't anymore. I don't really know the females.
Okay.
Males, but point of being is that if you go back to the beginning of that, as soon as she got that up, they fucking put the keg under the tire. Bam, there it goes. There's a short keg.
See that? Yeah.
Comes the taller one. Boom. There's the next step. So she gets to regrip and keep going. It's still good for her. Savage. The next thing you got to look at is there's a bar she's holding on to. They attached a bar to the. See it there? It is.
Oh,
right
I do. Yeah.
Because it's flipping a fucking car without a bar is a motherfucker, dude.
So okay, I gotta have to ask the question. What does that little Dude, this is a great physics question because I failed physics and so forth. All this lever shit. Why does that bar provide so much leverage to flip the car? Seriously.
Don't think leverage, think grip. What the fuck are you going to grab? What are you going to grab without that?
But you can't just grab, and can't you just grab underneath the car though? Or there's just nowhere to, you can't, there's nothing underneath.
You can, but I mean, it makes it more difficult.
I get that. Yeah.
I mean, at the higher levels, that bar's not there.
Okay. When I first saw it, what made me nervous, again, you pick up these things that I don't see right away. I did not see those kegs. I was nervous about her leg. I was like, holy shit, if that thing comes back, it's going to crush her leg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's what happens. Like it's the injuries. We used to do that shit in sand.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
Yeah. That's where fuck my buddy, Mark Philippi. He's now the strength coach for the Bears.
Okay.
Great fucking guy.
Yeah.
Taught me a lot. I got on the road with him. I was watching him on TV. Next thing you know, I'm traveling with him. It was fucking
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, he ended up flipping a car, lost footing in his back fucking foot, and the whole car came back on top of him, and it was literally pinned underneath the car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So then let's stay here with this situation. There's this young lady doing this. When men do this, John, no grips on the side, no keg. Is that what you're saying to me, basically?
No. Not men. It's like the elite men.
Oh, okay.
That car is being used probably for everybody in the competition.
I understand.
The difference is that that the males, I mean, that doesn't look like it's a higher level competition.
No, it doesn't. No.
So, I mean, I'm looking in the background. It looks like it might be at an expo. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But either way, higher level competition, it's dressed up a lot more.
I get you. Of course.
But either way, that car's being used for everybody. Look at her. I mean, she's one of the, I don't know, whatever you said her status was, but she's one of the top of that class or area, and she's barely getting it over. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. It's she's 40. What's this? Her name's Jess. Ellie Latimone. The modified vehicle. Oh, here we go. The modified vehicle chassis weighs roughly almost 600 kilograms, John, without engine, seats, drivetrain, making it a standard strong woman event. It's obviously not as big as some of the cars you were flipping in your life.
Honestly, they weren't big cars. It's just the fact that bar makes the huge difference.
Of course, yeah. I never really realized that, actually.
We've actually used those bars before but they'll be like in a medley. That makes sense. Where maybe you're dragging an anchor chain, you got to go that 50 feet, then you run to the fucking car, you got to flip it twice, then continue on to a farmer's walk or something like that. So it's more of a speed type thing this is just fucking flip the whole thing. All she's got to do is go from tires to tires and it's over.
No shit.
So this is going to be more of like a like a strength feat rather than for the higher level dudes with the bar. It's just more of a speed portion. It's more of a speed element, if you will.
When I watch her do this, and we talk about lifting all the time, like you look at like her whole body is activating, and I'm making an obvious statement, but we often talk so much about like the lower half, her buttocks, her thighs, her quads, like her whole body's taking a beating, isn't it, Johnny? Like obviously the lift starts in the lower, but like there's a couple moments there her whole body's pushing this thing over, right?
Her whole body's. I mean, if you look, her arms are basically just extensions of her body.
Yeah, I do notice that. Like her
arms, they're either going to be right here,
yes,
or they're going to be right here. She doesn't want in the middle.
No, yeah, because and I don't want to say they're not doing anything, but to your point, they literally are just the extension of her whole 150, 200 pound frame. Yeah, just moving that.
I mean, especially strongman, it's learning to use your whole body in the movements.
Oh yeah, and connect.
Your hips are the strongest part. If you can't harness your hips, for the most part, like fast hips makes a big difference. If you don't have fast hips, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, because you got to activate quickly, right? Yes, that's exactly. You got to be
like flipping a tire is all hips. Pow, hip go through.
Dude, when I was hanging out with AJ at Focus there, I really enjoyed flipping tires. I liked that exercise. I like how it activated my whole body, and I would say I was good at it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I enjoyed getting behind the big ones and working hard at that. That's a tough exercise, but an enjoyable exercise.
Where you were probably, my guess would be, is you were going up to it, feet out wide, hands in the middle, correct?
So AJ taught me a few of them actually, AJ and Craig. So yes, that was one of them. But then also, I'm just trying to think now. So yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, I go legs.
That's a non-hip version.
Oh, okay.
That's a very non-dynamic version.
So the hips one. Talk about the hips one.
So that would be. I mean, that's kind of the way that someone does it when they've not been trained or they don't have the hips, the speed in their hips yet.
Yes. Yeah.
So now think of the other way where you come into the tire and your feet are fucking right behind you. You grab the bottom of it's almost like you're down, almost like a football player position, but instead of 4-point stance, you're here.
Oh yeah.
You grab it here, 4-point stance, you're here. Then you're just fucking. What's that?
You're right. I was doing it that way actually, and sometimes
but you're not hearing me, brother. Your feet were out wide. Your feet were out wide.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's not a 4-point stance for a football player. He'd get knocked on his ass. His feet have got to be behind him.
Yeah.
Then at that point, it's just sink those hips through. Pow. That the inertia comes through your shoulders is what's pushing it. Your hands are just keeping your shoulders from sliding up over the top of the tire. And that pop of your hips gets it up in the air enough for you to let go, grab it, push, and keep going.
Yeah. Well, and there's times I know I would use my knee to get it up too.
Yeah, then again, your hips didn't have the power to get it up.
Right. Now that you say that, and I'm playing it through in my head when I'd use my knee, it's because my hips weren't thrusting it up. That'd be exactly right, because I'd get it up like a quarter to my knee, and then have my knee help thrust it up. Is what I was doing.
Yeah, and keep in mind, for someone that's just doing it like you, that's the best. That's the safest way to do it. This way is advanced. It takes a while to master the technique.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I'll tell you. Good morning, Rico. I see you out there. Good morning, Charlie. Good to see you out there as well this morning. Hey, Johnny. So get this, man. A woman in Greece was working near sheep when flies swarmed her face, and soon after
you said sheep.
Yeah, this is crazy, dude. Sheep, like hanging out at the farm. Flies swarming her face. Soon after, she develops a sinus pain and then severe coughing. Sterling Preston. Let's finish the story.
A woman sneezed and a worm came out of her skull. Bro, it is way too early for this.
A 58-year-old woman in Greece had 11 sheep botfly larvae pulled from her sinuses. First time ever in a healthy human. Are you certain this is accurate?
Researchers think these parasites might be adapting to live inside us. That is not a movie. That is a medical journal.
Dude, that's gross, man. Like,
that's fucking nasty. Hence the ivermectin, baby.
Yeah. The ivermectin, baby. It's funny because
you ever use ivermectin?
I have not. I know about it, but no, tell me.
Oh fuck, man. I was, I'd heard about it. I didn't fuck with it too much.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, he's got all fucking high on the hog and
yes,
into it and and he basically told me about it, but I wasn't thinking too much. Then he fucking sends me this picture.
Yes,
it's a fucking worm. And I was like, dude, please tell me you're fishing.
Shut up.
What is that worm from? And he goes, you see the white background to that worm? It was in the fucking toilet.
Came out of his ass?
He shit it out.
What?
Yeah, that's what happens if we don't. I mean, parasites are fucking living in us. The question is, are we allowing them to continue to advance?
I'm kind of speechless right now. So then the ivermectin did what?
Ivermectin kills parasites.
Oh.
And you got to use it. I can't remember. I
don't even know what to fucking say, actually. So keep going. Yeah.
You got to do it. You do it, and then you wait a little while and do it again because these fuckers are always laying eggs. So you'll kill the ones that are alive, but then you got to kill the ones once the eggs hatch. So you got to do it in cycles. Yeah, it's. I actually have a prescription from my neighbor who's a doctor up at the lake house in California, but I actually prefer the one that I get the one off Amazon for horses.
Really? Well, I got Neiman jumping in here saying cayenne pepper and ivermectin to the rescue. No shit.
Yeah, but then the one from Amazon's easy to get. It's all by weight. So one tube is for like a 1,200 pound horse. So it's fucking easy. I just took a fourth of the tube, or excuse me, a third of the tube.
So Charlie says Joe Rogan got made fun of for using that during COVID. Did you hear about was ivermectin part of I guess everybody's looking for every solution under the sun, eh? So ivermectin would have been part of the conversation during COVID.
Well, there was a big stir about ivermectin and nicotine.
Okay.
But anybody that was doing that stuff was getting made fun of because that's how we were programmed.
Well, yeah. So I want to stay on ivermectin for a second here. So our body's full of parasites. I get it. So then are we active? So do you actively take ivermectin, John, or is there a time, or when would you take it because of a certain?
It's a sparse thing, like once every year or so.
But what would prompt one to take it? Like, what would give a reason to say, I should probably take some ivermectin?
Like down here in Mexico, very common for them every year, a household to do it. The whole house will do it.
Really?
Yeah, they clean their fucking house, and then they'll take this shit.
Well, they might need to do that in Wisconsin after some parents fed their kids bugs, mold, and dog food. Yeah, let's hear about it, Sterling.
6 kids eating bugs and dog food just to survive for years. And the parents who did it, free on bail. Casey and Mary Cano, Wisconsin. 120 plus charges, including prior sexual assault. And they're walking free. 4 years of torture, and nobody caught it. The system didn't fail. It wasn't even looking. That's the part that should keep every father up tonight. Let's get into it.
Dude, they got to be serving ivermectin to Wisconsin, man. So it's funny because as a dad, I have jokingly fed my kid dog food. Or maybe some bird feed because it was just funny. But dude, just giving your kids bugs, mold, and dog food.
Why is it giving them dog? I've fed my kids like fucking chicken hearts and chicken livers and shit, but not food for an animal.
Well, it was they were helping me feed the dogs back when they were growing up, and it was just one of those fun little things, which is, hey, you should try this out. So
everybody had a bite.
Had a little bite, yeah, and then I went down.
Why did you say you made it sound like they sat down to a fucking bowl of dogs?
No, it was just like, here, just try.
I fed. Was it? So just to want to clear up that interpretation for everybody watching. But I suppose. Listen, I get it. I can see how you take that wrong. He's also a backstreet fucking.
Well, okay, we're going to stay here then. We've talked Backstreet Boys. We've talked NSYNC. Well, I guess this would be the episode I can bring her onto the stage because we rarely would ever talk about this young lady, but I figured it'd be a good reason to talk because this committed segment's pretty awesome, man. So and actually you can probably relate, and I'm going to ask you because when you did shows, in the wrestling ring, there's a lot of backstage, back scene action people don't see. Well, I got a clip here of Taylor Swift. It's like a NASCAR thing, dude. Watch this lady. Like in between sets, like she gets off stage. And
it's got to change. Fuck yeah.
Dude, it's incredible though. Like there's conveyor belts and fucking lifts. Like watch this. Like look, coming off stage and you'll see. Like on a conveyor belt. Like I was like, holy smokes, dude. Like there's not one thing you don't pay attention to.
That's a little carriage on rollers.
Okay, is that what it was? Yeah, okay, yeah. But just to get the speed, right? Like just the timing of it all, I thought I was just, and then we in the audience don't see any of that. But I was thinking of you because you're so literal with movements and commitments that if I was thinking about you planning that and you're part of that planning team, like you're observing everywhere her foot goes, the angle is, because you're trying to save seconds everywhere to make these time spots, right? Like that's impressive. Dude.
So I mean, when it comes down to it, of course, her movements are key. But it's everybody being positioned, because she's going through like a chain of command. I shouldn't say command. She's going through a chain of people. This person has this person has that.
Oh, yes.
So like she's got one person that's giving her fucking shorts. She fucking throws a leg through it and moves to the next person who brushes her hair briefly.
Yeah.
Next one touches up her lipstick and boom, she shoots back up to the stage.
It's a good example. We talked just about multitasking, Johnny? Like that's not a multitasking thing. Like you can't have one person doing multi things. To your point, it says one person has one role. That is it. Like actually,
Well, I mean, if they had minutes back there, then one person could do it all, but they got seconds. She's in and out of there and fucking guaranteed less than a minute.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, have you ever in your life been jealous? Like I mean, ever, like as a young man growing up.
Kidding me? There's any human that says they're not jealous is like a human that says they don't jerk off.
Yeah, this is true. Well, listen, your jealousy isn't a personality defect. It's a read on your relationship. Let's talk about this.
You ever been the jealous one in a relationship and totally calm in the next? Yeah, and somehow you're the problem both times. A 5-year study of 1,507 couples found jealousy lives more in the relationship than in you.
Stop calling yourself the jealous type. Start asking what this relationship is feeding.
I had to learn how to not to be jealous.
So we actually, that question was not positioned properly. Have you ever been jealous in a relationship was the question.
That's a fair point. That's a fair comment. Yes.
Because being jealous, I'm fucking rattled. I mean, I would say maybe momentarily. I don't know. I'm going to rephrase that. I'm jealous, like a jealous boyfriend, like insecure.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
I went in the early days with Lauren. I went through that. Fucking right. So I'll be the first person to admit it, brother, because I felt like I had got like the girl I'd always wanted, John, like my entire life. Like I got the girl, right? So it's like that feeling of okay, I got the girl, right? I'm not trying to say it was like the trophy. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. But just my idea that
somebody that would finally play with you in public.
Yeah. Yes, that would let me ride the scooter with her all of the time, not just when it was.
Well, she was not a scooter. She was actually a motorcycle.
Yeah. And I liked riding the motorcycle, but no, I struggled, brother, in the early days because
like what type of stuff would
I didn't know how. So I how can I explain it? I would have feelings of insecurity, like very much insecurity of maybe not feeling worthy of her, or maybe not feeling like I was good enough, or that I would be just a passing. And I don't want to say, I don't mean this to be dismissive of her, because she's so loyal and she loves me so, like I know how much she loves me. But I think for me, it was just learning what all that meant, John, seriously. And I was in my 40s, right? I was coming out of a relationship, out of a marriage, and I had never experienced those feelings before. So when I was starting out with Lauren, I struggled with the dude, and we talked about it, and she was awesome. She would listen, she would talk with me, she would hear me. And do I feel it now? Like, no, fuck, not at all. Like I got like the loyalty and the bond we have is remarkable. But dude, I did, as an older man, I will be the first person to say I struggle with that in the early days. For sure I did.
Mine was younger for sure.
Okay.
Mine was driven by lots of fucked up behaviors.
Of your own.
Well, the relationships were not healthy. I mean, we were fucking other people, fucking people in the relationship. I mean, bringing people in the relationship. There was just the landscape was so tumultuous. It's like, okay, I know what happens when I'm here. Yes. I know what happens when I'm not here.
Yes.
And I know you're the same way I am.
Yes.
Well, you know what's fucking happening.
Oh man.
That makes sense. So, so
Absolutely
basically
makes
it was
sense.
like, if you ever found like, but that worked fine if you didn't really care too much.
Yeah,
But if you found yourself
didn't really
caring
care
too
too
much,
much.
that was
Yes.
a fucking problem. All of a sudden one day you roll over and go, fuck, why, how did this happen? How am I fucking giving a shit about this? And now you're fucking hooked. And it was like you did it to yourself. And what it did was it carried forward into, you know, as I got later in life,
Yeah.
I became far more secure. And
Me too. Holy
I was
smokes.
able to get past it, but it was the for sure it was brought on by, I guess you'd call it the guidelines of the majority of the relationships that I'd had.
Yeah. I would say, Anderson. So I would say there's probably 2 points in my life I would share with you closely. That in my mid late 30s, I went through a boost of confidence thing. I think as my business was flourishing and I was achieving some things that I was proud of professionally. So that I remember that moment, and then I then also remember when I started, dating Lauren and falling in love with Lauren very quickly. How I had to battle my own jealousy, insecurity feelings, like I said, because I felt I got the girl and I don't want to lose the girl, and I realized it was my issue, it was all me, and obviously, but it takes some time to learn that. It could take some time to go through your own insecurities and recognize that that's something you have to figure out yourself, and not be a fucking pussy or a suck about it. You got to figure it out yourself, and building that trust and loyalty, and then when the other person continues, and I know you talk about Terry like this, when that person continues to show the nonstop loyalty, point you kind of got to go, okay, this is as Petra would say, the evidence is real. Stop fucking questioning it, right?
Well, and every once in a while, even in my relationship with Terry, it hasn't happened in a while, but I'll have some fucked up shit crawl up in my head. Got nothing to do with her, nothing to do with our relationship.
Yeah.
Well, it's just some sort of, it's almost like some echo that's been, that's so far somehow, what was that? And I'm like, you get that little flash. I'm like, okay, that's not my life anymore. And as soon as you recognize that, that's, you dismiss it, but it's, it's like, it hasn't, those type of feelings will drive a person to do fucked up shit.
Oh, I know. Yes.
You do fucked up shit with Lauren?
No. What I mean, those my feelings, like in those early days of insecurity and jealousy, it didn't make me feel very good at all. I did not do fucked up shit. No, I've been very, 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 within the lines of everything with Lauren. And but the feelings of insecurity, those early days,
it's terrible when those feelings will drive a person to do something that can leave a permanent fucking mark in a relationship that shouldn't have it.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
It's like your platform with Lauren is this new space, this great space. And it would have been terrible if something from your previous life had brought something in that shouldn't have been there, but you dealt with it the way you should have, which is
100%.
That happens all the time. You have opportunities for great relationships get destroyed because one person can't, well, fuck, who knows? Maybe both can't fucking let go of what the shit happened to them before. And they impose that on the new person.
Yes.
It's not the new person's fucking fault. Because they don't even know what happened.
Bingo. Well, and I'm the first person, and I've said it before in the show, and I'll use the therapy word. I've spent time and money going and talking to somebody to help me sort my shit out. And AJ was one of them, right? In those early mornings in the gym, just talking and sorting, just like you and I do, dude. Just like you and I do every single day, just talking my shit out. And then, because for me, when I have this conversation, like we do, or I did with AJ, or even my therapist, for me, it works when I'm done the conversation. Then you're in those private moments and something clicks in the head. You're like, oh, right. Or I'm like, oh, hey, fuck, Anderson said something. And you're going, oh, yeah. Right. Or like Whitaker said yesterday, hey, Bill has said something. That to me is the power of these forums where somebody hears something, like your egg story earlier. Somebody today is like, fuck, Anderson said something about the eggs. I should just have some eggs today. Yeah. Okay. So there's a little fucking shell in my mouth. Who cares? I'm having the egg.
You'll enjoy it much better if it's hard boiled and you eat the shell.
Which is, I feel like it's a comedy of errors, and we've joked about cops and bad guys on this show often. Jimmy, let's run this dumb shit award this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John.
Welcome Welcome to Dumb Shit Award. Today's nominee turned a police SUV into an escape hatch, and somehow nobody caught it. Traffic stop in Michigan. Rear seat, cuffs on, officers nearby. Then this woman starts squeezing through the half-open window. The wild part is the bystander clocks it first. He's basically yelling, look, look. The whole thing is happening live. She gets her shoulders through, drags the rest out, and drops clean, and takes off running. No stumble, no hesitation.
Meanwhile, the officers are still focused the other way. That's the real award right there. Maximum custody, minimum awareness.
So here's today's lesson, nation. Shut the damn window. Watch the suspect. And stop turning police work into an escape room.
I swear you could change society if you
Dude, how did she land on her feet?
watch her.
I thought for sure she was going right to the fucking side of the head. She must have hooked it. I mean, it looked like she put a hand on her hands were behind her. She must have fucking hooked it with her chin or something.
Definitely impressive. We'll run this clip here, but I was thinking that, dude, the impact you would have on society if you could get your fingers on the people that do this dumb shit all the time. If you could just convince 1% of these dumb shit, you might have a Nobel Peace Prize in the world or a Pulitzer Prize. John Anderson corrects 1% of people doing dumb shit because they could put that energy in a positive direction. Like, look at her, man. Like she practiced that before, do you think?
Dude, I still can't tell how she landed on her feet. Fuck.
Let's go back there. Let's go back there, Jimmy. Let's run it again, man. Like, yeah. So,
but the thing about it is, you can say whatever you want to these people.
Yeah,
they're not listening.
No, fuck no. But look how her head's out first, and then
it looks like at a glance, it looked like it could have been a dude, but then you see her run and you realize it's a chick.
Oh, I think what it is, she's small enough. Like, watch what she's doing now. There you go. That's the movement, John. She's small enough where she was able to, like, almost like parallel herself.
She did have her hand on the window. She did. Somehow look at again right at the end. She looks like she's going there. So.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Now watch right there.
Yeah. Hold right. You're right. I think she has been in handcuffs before. Oh man.
Crazy, dude.
Hey, so cravings. We talk cravings on this show often. And how have your cravings been since your peptides? None? Zero?
I pretty much have that whole thing is I mean, it's the best way to describe it is this.
Yeah.
Is that I learned to do what I do through straight discipline.
Yes.
Beating that voice, beating doing what I needed to do just through the fucking good old fashioned hard way of doing it.
Yes.
And it's been a fucking battle for sure. It's food, it's been fucking substance, the whole fucking thing. Well, since Retta came into my life and I dial this in and kind of understand it, and the cravings goes into a bucket. But really many things go in that bucket, but here's the beauty of it is that I now realize that I spent 50 some years giving away at least 25% of my mental bandwidth fighting this battle.
Oh, interesting.
So now I just have this, it's like I've been given this fucking amazing gift of having 25% more of me available. Because if you're always fighting, if you got 25% over here to defend the shit coming at you, there's 75% of you here. Well, now there's maybe 5% over there. So I got 95% of me to give the rest of the world, so to speak. When before there was only 75.
Dude, there's something to be said for what you said. I'll equate it to, we often hear people wearing the same clothes every single day, like Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, et cetera, because they wanted to eliminate any decision fatigue for them every single day. It's like, I'm wearing this. It's so I can put 100% of my energy what's important. What I'm wearing is not important. You're saying the same thing. You're saying with me solving this craving thing, I can put 100% of my energy into productive energy instead of battling shit that I can solve. That's a fascinating way to look at it.
But I think that choosing to wear the same thing every day
Yes.
to be more focused is a little different than fucking fighting drug addiction. I think they're a little different bit of a category.
So I don't disagree with you there. No, I'm talking more about decision fatigue, right?
No,
So,
but it would forget decisions.
yeah.
You're just fucking battling a voice.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. There's no question about that. Yeah. There's no decision there.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
25% of me was dealing with this fucking voice.
This voice. Right. Yes.
And it was telling me to do all the fucked up shit every fucking day, especially after 6 p.m. at night.
Yes. Yes.
And 25% of me, probably at nighttime, more of me was there. But if to take the average as a whole, 25% of my life, my mental bandwidth was given to this. That 20% of that is freed up.
That's an awareness, dude. That's an awareness for you. I'll tell you that. We'll tell you this. So craving hijacks your brain's decision engine. Alcohol and weed do it differently.
Your brain is making decisions right now that craving already rewired. And it doesn't even ask permission first.
Yale tested 132 people on a slot machine task. Alcohol craving sped up their learning but locked them into worse decisions. Cannabis craving slowed learning down entirely.
So craving isn't just wanting. It's your brain running a broken playbook you never approved.
Hanging out with Keith and John coming up here. Lifestyle Tip Reset Hour 2. Then we're coming back with a conversation about getting off the couch. 15 minutes, maybe just starts with a minute. Coming up in the second hour of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. I thought this study was interesting, brother, because I could relate to it. Casinos, right, in Vegas and so forth. And you can just think.
You broke up a little bit. I didn't hear all what you said.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that. What I found fascinating about this one, or interesting about this one, is that this to me was actually quite literal because I could see it and so could you. Walk through any casino in Nevada, look at 135 people. Some have probably had some alcohol. Some have smoked a little bit of weed or a little bit of both. Actually changing their reward patterns. Literally at the slot machine, somebody who's drinking is going faster, like fucking ding, 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 ding. And the guy who smoked the doobie is sitting back and kind of making some slower decisions. I know it seems obvious, but I thought it was interesting because they related it to like another addiction, which is slot machines.
Well, what I would think, at least with my experience, I can only truly speak to my own.
Yeah.
That alcohol would kind of fall on both sides of the fence. In the beginning of the journey, I might be faster, but at the end, I'm fucking slow as snail.
Yeah, well, there's probably something to be said for that because the more alcohol you're having, you probably are slowing down, right?
It's a depressant, so it gets to the point where you're not even moving.
Hey, so Johnny, with I'm asking because I don't know this. Obviously, when you're on Retta and somebody is having alcohol, does it reduce those cravings too, or does it make you feel sick, or what? How does the body take alcohol when you're on Retta?
So you're thinking more along the lines of the first two GLPs.
Okay.
Where they were more mechanisms where you were sick. Your gastric emptying was slowed down so much.
Okay.
You had a hard time eating a lot of things. If you're sick, you don't want booze, right?
Of course. Okay. Yes.
Retta, it's not that it has that mechanism, but it's basically scaled way back.
Okay.
It massages the addictive center in your brain. So it's you're talking about a physical thing. This is like a mental thing.
So then, Johnny, are they using Retta in addiction therapy? Do you know?
I don't know if they're using it yet, but I mean, I guess the answer would be yes, because food is most people that have issues with food are addicted to food.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Just not in the classic sense of addiction.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Interesting.
But in the studies, they found the people that got rid of the food, the dopamine chasing food behavior, stopped drinking, stopped gambling.
Like I would think, I'm thinking out loud here that if I'm battling one of those, or actually obviously the food is the obvious one, but if I'm battling an alcohol situation, I'm thinking that maybe Retta is a path because we drink the alcohol leads us to the food. So I got to think that Retta helps prevent too. Or even with the cannabis, right? Think
of any dopamine chasing behavior.
Yes.
And gateways are, for me, it's the other way. Food is a gateway to everything else. If I'm fucking up with food, the gate's open.
Interesting. Hey, Johnny Holroyd says, because Holroyd's is on Retta. I'm surprised as to how focused I am on Retta. The cravings for food or alcohol are not there at all.
When he's talking about, so just to kind of jump in, because he's focused because he's not distracted by that fucking dopamine chasing behavior.
Yeah. And he says, I also find I have a lower tolerance for bullshit. Is there something to be said for that too, or that anecdotally, Johnny?
I think I can say because see, I already had that because I got there through discipline. But once you make the right decisions and you look at people that don't, you're like, come on, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I am hard on myself about this, meaning that I really, really fucking try to make sure, because it's hard sometimes to look around and not feel, and I'm going to be totally honest, and I feel like a fucking dick even saying this.
Yeah.
But sometimes I look around and you can't help but to feel better than these fucking people wandering through their fucking lives like zombies.
Dude, but
it's not right. It's not healthy. And I never fucking voice it. But what Horowitz is talking about is this. He's in this new kind of way of life, and he's looking around going, what the fuck is wrong with all of you people?
I don't disagree with your comment, and I don't, I know you're like, I know it sounds like dick sounding. I sometimes look around at society too and question why people make just like people would look at me or even you question our decisions. But it's
well, but that's part of it. I mean, the judgment.
Yeah,
that's why they are where they are. I don't want to be that way.
No. Hey, Howard, I'm curious.
It's their choice to do it. It's sad. That's the way I tend to look more sympathetically than anything else.
Yeah, it's like an awakening, Whitaker says, and I'm kind of curious. Howard, what body changes have you seen in your body? So, because Johnny, Retta will help Adam's physique too. I want to be clear. I want to speak correctly here. Like it'll help him lose weight too. Am I right?
So, basically, let's just run down the list.
Yes.
So go right to where everybody's attracted to it. Is the glucagon receptor. Basically, you're going to burn fat whether you like it or not. It's a signal that tells the body, take that stored body fat, burn it for fuel, and use it as energy. That's a mechanism. Can't stop it. Period. End of story. I was drawn to it for the massaging of the addictive center, which then the burning of the fat is just a bonus. But then it fights Alzheimer's. Increases insulin sensitivity, lowers blood pressure, lowers bad cholesterol. That's LDL.
Yeah.
And attacks visceral fat, decreases inflammation, helps fatty liver disease. It increases metabolic rate. Wears a lot of fucking hats, and it does it well.
No shit. Yeah. Talking Reddit True Tide this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We're going to do a lifestyle tip, reset hour 2, and come back and have a conversation, maybe something practical. Johnny, we haven't had this one for a little while here. Maybe you can offer some advice, and I'm being serious, and not just leave you at the 1 minute get off the couch, but maybe there's, 15 minutes seems like a long time, but we both know it's not the longest time. If I came to you and said, I only have 15 minutes and I want to get, body workout, I want to get moving, maybe you can throw me some ideas that I can get done, like a practical takeaway, what somebody could do within that.
Do it in 60 seconds if you need it.
Exactly. Holray says before you go there, Johnny, down about 23 pounds. Also taking Tessa, strength's going up. PB overhead press, personal best overhead press yesterday. Can see some good definition in the arms. That is awesome, Adam Holroyd. That is absolutely awesome. And brother, if you want to share pictures, we'd love to have that. And actually, Adam, if you want to connect with Johnny, send me a note and I'll connect you with Anderson along the way as well. So, Johnny, down 23 pounds, eh? That's pretty impressive.
Pretty common, dude.
Yeah. I love how that's just normal, eh? Like you're like, oh yeah, that's just what it is. Like it just, it works. Right.
Yeah. So, and used properly, it actually, people lose. There's a difference between, people still try to lose weight.
I know. We want to lose body fat.
Very difference between losing fat and losing weight.
Yes. All right, lifestyle tip with Anderson, reset hour 2 this morning on Morning Live with Keith, John, and friends. Let's get after it, crew.
Here we go. Coming at you. Do hard shit. Why? Well, primarily because it's going to help you in more ways than you can even imagine. But let's start breaking them down one by one. First off, because nobody else does. Shouldn't say nobody. I don't like speaking absolutes. Most people don't. Doing hard shit will separate you from the pack so fast, it will completely blow your mind. It will also attract other people that do hard shit. And guess what? Those other people that do hard shit, those are the people that are where you want to be. Those are the people that you want to network with. Those are the people that you want to get closer to. Do hard shit early in the morning. Why? Because now you've started your day with something that's difficult. The rest of the day is easy. And if you do it first thing in the morning, you're not going to get distracted by life. It's not going to be, oh, this, oh, that, oh, the other, oh, the kids. Get up before the fucking kids wake up. Doing hard shit can be a multitude of things. It can be exercise. It can be reading. It can be diet. It can be going to bed on time. It can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. But just do it. If you want to be great, all you've got to do is what everybody else is not doing. And that's hard shit. And the hardest shit is this right here. This is the fucking tip. You're going to beat 80%, actually closer to 85% of people just by showing up. Because to most people, showing up every day is really hard shit. So pick your poison. Whatever hard shit you want to do, just do it. But I promise you this, hard shit will change your life. Rock and roll.
Good morning. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Your big show for real talk, entertaining chaos, and a little bit of morning accountability colliding before most people have finished their second fake productive email. In other words, somebody else's task list. Hey, if you're finding us, come like the show, come subscribe to it, and then head on over to mornings.live to check in, build your streak, and start that streak to your big audacious goals. Come check out the daily poll, come check out the daily questions, and come see what we are talking about. Coming up, the deep dive, stop overcomplicating fitness, you guys, a 15-minute dad routine. Plus, did you know, I got some stats to get you off the couch and get moving today as well. Hey, coming up around the corner, some guys are hitting some little balls around Atlanta. We're going to talk about it coming up on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. The deep dive starts right now.
Dudes keep acting like fitness needs a 90-minute plan or a spreadsheet they never open.
If you've got 15 minutes, you've got the whole dad routine. Squats, push-ups, plank, done.
The win isn't a perfect plan. It's showing up 4 days a week. Consistency beats intensity you can't repeat.
Give it 2 minutes to warm up. Stop pretending stretching is optional. You want progress, not a pulled hamstring.
So if a man can't find 15 minutes, what's the real problem? Time or the story he tells himself about time?
All right, we're talking the death of the athlete identity. We're talking about getting things I need an hour. I need 90 minutes. I need to go and spend 2 hours in the gym. Guys, maybe just 15 minutes. As John would say, maybe just 1 minute, right? Let's talk for the next few minutes about the minimum effective dose. And I know Johnny likes to start with 1 minute. Put your shoes on, go for a walk, because we can get so much accomplished in 1 minute. But what happens if we got 15 minutes done? What would we do? What compound movements would we do? Maybe we do some squats. Maybe we do some push-ups. Maybe we do some push and pulling along the way. Maybe we would work on those movements not only for your heart, but for your lungs, do some toe touching and so forth. But what would you do? Because most men, I suspect, sit back and think to themselves, all right, got to get 30 minutes in. I got to get an hour. I think, John, what happens is we often place so many obstacles before we even get to the first minute. But yet, and I know you're a big fan of the 1, you're a big fan of the 5, you're a big fan of just knock off 100 fucking push-ups or burpees. But man,
you know what, real quick, I just got to say, just What do I always say? What's the biggest distraction?
Interest. Not having an interest.
No, we're close, but we'll take that. But I beat up a certain metric.
Oh, like just numbers, distraction numbers. Yes.
What did you say? Oh, I got to do 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's like fucking Jesus Christ. These fucking numbers are unbelievable. It's like a fucking like little hidden pieces of poison everywhere.
I'm pausing because I'm taking that in. That's interesting when you present it that way, because numbers do pollute.
It is. Numbers are a fucking distraction. They are an afterthought.
Well, we know there's value to them. Because you're sticking the right milligram dosage into your body of Retta. You're not advocating the number, but I also do understand how they do become a distraction and some noise, because, and I will go there with you, right? We get so caught up in, okay, America says you have to have 150 minutes of movement a week. Well, a couple weeks ago it was 8 minutes, a couple years to 300 minutes. To your point, which is if we don't get caught up in the number before the movement, it's just move.
Well, it's just like you said, people say, I need 30 minutes, I need an hour. Bullshit. You need just enough fucking time to lose your breath. How badly do you want to lose your breath is the question.
Well, it's interesting because I asked you yesterday, if you remember, I said, do you time your sleep when you have a nap? By the way, how was your nap yesterday? I grabbed one yesterday.
My first one was good. My second one was a complete failure.
Oh, complete failure.
Yeah, and I played pickleball hard too. My body was it's the rhythm is just not there. I thought it was going to work, but it just didn't. My body was like, it wants to slow down and rest, but it doesn't want to sleep.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's the lull is there. I'm going to play with that lull. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that lull, but it's not going back to sleep.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, you went there, you laid there, and you're like, go to sleep. And your body's like, nope, not interested. So at what point did you recognize that it was time to get up?
I didn't even fucking try. I could tell it's not going to happen. I was too mentally engaged. I was physically tired, but mentally engaged. Yeah. And I've got to be able to mentally disengage, or I'm not going to be successful falling asleep.
Yeah. Well, I bring it up because I asked you yesterday, like, do you set a certain time, AKA numbers?
Today I have to have a time.
No.
My nap, not so good.
I know, but if you remember, because I want to go to the numbers thing with you, I said to you, do you focus on how many minutes you sleep, or do you let your body do it naturally? And you continue to support your own argument, which is no. My body just gets up when it says. I don't care whether it's a 7 and 8 or a 12 or a 28 or a 388. The minutes don't matter. It's the sleep. So again, you continue to support your argument, which is it's not a matter of the minutes before the movement, or it's not a matter of the minutes before the sleep. It's actually just the movement or the sleep that's most important. Just do it.
Yeah, and today, because I have to be up for an 8:30 meeting, that the fact that I have an alarm, it will alter I don't sleep as well when I have to have an alarm on.
Yeah. Good morning, Bernard. This morning, and Rico says, my biggest distraction was my naked lady. And then he says, of course, that was 30 to 40 years ago. No, Rico, that's still today. I don't know about you guys. I still love sneaking a peek. John, do you actually? And I mean that with love, dude. So Lauren's heading off for a shower or something, or doing something. I because I'm so in love with her, I always like to go sneak a peek. I'm like, I gotta go sneak a peek. I gotta go find something in the bathroom that I don't need, but I just want to go sneak a peek.
Tara and I fucking walk around naked.
Yeah, well, so do we. Right?
There's no peek needed.
No, but there's something you have to admit, though. There's something attractive and sexy about the idea of sneaking the peek. I hear you, because you're right. Because when it's normal, it's kind of like not really sneaking a peek. But there's something kind of, I don't know, romantic or sexy of I'm into my wife, or I just want to go sneak a peek. You know what I mean? Like that whole idea of it. It's like when you talk about giving a suggestive little tap on Terry's rear end. There's something magical about those little things, right?
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I don't know that sneak a peek is one of them for me.
Yeah. The intentional side of things, but back to numbers, because we
got sidetracked with the numbers. We're also supposed to talk about fucking quick workouts.
Well, that's where I was going to. Yeah, back to numbers and working out. So somebody gets caught up on 15 minutes. I want a 15-minute workout. Yes, I want 15 minutes. What are you giving me?
I mean, you could do it in 1 minute. I mean, it really depends. Here's the thing. Shorter the time, the more vigorous it's going to be.
Yes, yes.
So 15 minutes, you could tune yourself up. I mean, 15 minutes, let's say, so we'll break that into 7 2-minute blocks.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Try to do, what are you going to do in 2-minute block? Decide what you're going to do 7 times in a 2-minute block. Knock it out.
Yeah.
See, here, a number is a guideline.
Okay, sure.
Because you're in motion.
Yes.
Right? You're to go. See, now it's the afterthought. Right? I'm going to take my Retta. I need to make sure I take X amount of units.
Yes.
I'm going to do my push-ups in this 2-minute block. So
yes,
I'm going to watch the clock. But you see, the distraction of getting started is not there.
I like to reframe the feeling of how I feel when the number or the time is up. Right. So what I would invite somebody to do is, if you're getting distracted by whether it's the 10 or the 15 or however time right now we're talking 15 minutes to get somebody moving. I really take my brain to how great I'm going to feel at that 16th minute. And that to me removes all distractions. And especially as I've learned how quick time goes by, especially now doing this show with you, like 15 minutes, John, is actually a fart in the wind. Like it's so, like you think about what you can do in 15 minutes, like honestly.
So think like this, brother. It's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
I used to have that. That was one of my tools way back when.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. When I was young and I was like, okay, fuck, man, I got to get this done.
Yeah.
Imagine how you're going to fucking feel when you finish, when you're done, or imagine how you're going to feel if you don't fucking do it and you walk out of here.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But now as you get, just try to take a different approach to it. That's still there, of course. It's always, that's like a great fallback.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes fall back to that too. But think about how good it feels in the moment.
Oh, no question.
That's more powerful than the finish. Because that's where all of a sudden you go past the finish and you don't even know it.
Yes. Oh, I can't argue with you there. There's something when you get into that, and I guess maybe it's a combination of both. When I'm in it, knowing that I'm almost going to be out of it, it's almost like a dual effect because I'm really enjoying the moment at the time, whether it's whatever I'm doing during those 15 minutes, and then you see the clock ticking down. You're like, holy shit, this is almost done. Wow, it's done. That was fun. That's a really rewarding. We live in a gym here. It's not uncommon for us at the end of the day to come down. I was telling you before, to come downstairs and lift or do whatever because it's fun. It's enjoyable. 15 minutes is so fucking boom. And when you're in the middle of it, I fucking thoroughly enjoy being in the middle of it. And then you talk about interest. Like I got that balancing board, Johnny. It's not uncommon for me to come down here and just stand on it for like 5 or 10 minutes just to try to do it. And I'm like, that's 5 minutes is already done. Like, wow. And I've been trying to balance. Man, it goes fast when you're doing something you really enjoy.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
It really is. Yeah. Hey, do you enjoy I know you enjoy playing golf, with your buddies and with your coach Justin and so forth. And I know you're not the biggest golfer, but you do enjoy it. Have you spent any time in your life paying attention to the Masters? Just to observatory? No way.
No, I mean, Terry and I actually just went yesterday and looked at the golf course.
Yeah.
Here at the place. We actually might do a little golfing here. We haven't done much golfing here. It's a fucking great course right on the Sea of Cortez too.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm actually, the perfect world for me is a bucket of balls and 9 holes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There you go.
A single bucket and 9 holes. 18. I'm at the backside, man. I'm grinding it out. I'm there because the group I'm with if the group says, hey, let's fucking have a Coke at the turn and fucking mail it in, I'm good.
Yeah.
9 holes for me is right. Because it's fun. It doesn't grind on me. 15, I'm like, God damn it, what hole are we on?
I can so relate to what you're saying there. I played a bunch of golf back when I was in my corporate days, even before ICUC, and 9 was fun, but you're right, man. Getting through 12 to 15, I'm like, holy fuck, are we still doing this? right? And then I look at my clock and my watch. I'm like, geez, we've been doing for what, 88 hours? And then I got to go and have a bite to eat and drive back. What? I've been gone from my house for 3 weeks for one golf game. Obviously making an exaggerative point, but I'm with you, man. It's like it never ends. And I don't have time for it. I just don't, because I'm not interested in it enough.
Yeah, I have a much higher level of interest on the front.
Yeah, the enthusiasm's there, the fun is there, and I don't drink alcohol, so I know there's a lot of enjoyment about being in the course and popping some wobblies and enjoying that, but that's not for me. That's good morning, B Drive. Yes, 18 holes is a lot of walking for a short guy. Yes, Bernard, it is a lot of walking for a short guy. Speaking of walking, hey Jimmy, did you know
20 minutes of walking can flip your brain into a higher performance state? Sitting quietly drags your signal down. Then the play is simple. Walk 20 before the first deep task, and your attention runs cleaner for the next block. It's not hype. A University of Illinois scan shows higher brain activity after a short walk versus sitting. Treat it like a meeting with your nervous system. Put the walk on the calendar or it won't happen. The ugly part is sitting over 8 hours correlates with smaller hippocampal volume patterns. Exercise doesn't fully erase it. Break sedentary time like you break sets. Every 60 to 90 minutes, stand and move for 5, then keep rolling.
That's our Did You Know for today. Back to Keith and John.
this visual alone should get anybody off the couch, Johnny? Besides, as handsome as you are, as handsome as I am, would get anybody off the couch. But this visual, like, look at this visual alone, this map just tells you that just says right there. Like, look at this. Jimmy put it up on the screen for us. Like, this visual, I think, from my opinion, should just tell anybody what happens after walking. Like, they scanned the brain, and it's a fascinating look at what your brain looks like.
I would have to imagine it's not walking per se. It's called blood flow.
Yeah, well, exactly. It would just
walking is just the easiest vehicle, my guess.
Like, dude, look at that. Like, it's actually not even. There's no ambiguity, John. Like, look at what happens to the brain when you get blood flow or walking movement, however we want to classify this. But it's like, seriously, like that. If that's not obvious, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I should just get up off the couch today. Actually,
you figure like this: people understand, like people that live in the snow.
Yeah.
Right?
Hello. Yes.
When it's time to fucking, shovel off the fucking driveway.
Yeah.
You use it a little fucking hand trowel?
No.
Because that's not what it was designed for.
It's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Very simple. Everybody knows this.
Yes.
The body wasn't designed to sit all day.
Yeah. Got to be moving.
It's so fucking simple, but it's like somehow this whole thing is looked to be complex.
Well, it's a good reminder. So and that's why I get up throughout my day, because I am sedentary for often apart. So, I get up in the morning, have coffee, and then I'm doing my stuff in the gym. Then I stand here for a couple hours every single morning. But then as I go through my day, Anderson, I intentionally get up, come downstairs for a walk, do a stretch, get moving, do some pull-ups. I do, because before I know it, if I don't, I've been sitting all fucking day. Like, seriously. Right. And I know even Lauren's the same way. She's like, I got to go for a walk because it's too easy. And it's actually too easy to not. So
yeah, one of the reasons why I like having my training kind of midday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Do my morning exercise. Then I have like my first block of the day is 4 hours, and I take my nap.
Okay. Yeah.
I get up and do the next block. Usually training is towards the tail end of that block.
Yeah. And
then I've now kind of set myself up for the back half of the day with that second bit of movement.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, so it's funny. It's interesting to hear you say that, because I've removed some of my own self stress or pressure on my morning workout, because I know I'll get to it later on in the day. I'm like, no, and it keeps me focused. It gives me something to look forward to, because I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't got to drive anywhere. I literally walk down my stairs. My dogs come hang out with me, and it's we have a little bit of fun in the gym here. So Rico says, when we were talking about our ladies, of course it was 30 to 40 years ago. My queen is not here anymore. I'm sorry, Rico. But then he says the urge is still real and here. Of course it is. Well, I'll tell you where there's an urge. John, we grew up with these two dudes, and this female and male dude. But remember these two.
Fuck, who is it?
I know. That is.
I can I feel like I'm just not putting it together quick enough to take a guess.
Yeah. So Nation, eyes on the screen. I invite you to take a look at the screen right now. That is Johnny. That's the original Bionic Woman and $6 million man, Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Put a picture of them back in the heyday.
Yeah, guys, if you guys can find a younger picture, let pull it up. But let's talk while they're doing it. We'll talk about that. So think about this, man. So what would you? So John,
you can still see the look, still same look.
Oh, 100%. Like, what would you get for a $6 million body today? Like, what would you get? Like an arm or a leg? Like you think about like what $6 million doesn't buy you today. Like when we were growing up watching this show, right? So because he's 86 now, brother. So he's 86, she's 76. Right, so she looks great for 76. He looks great for 86 too. Hey, Kai, we should get them on the show. Actually, true story. But think about it, $6 million back then, like 78 years ago. Now, like that $6 million is getting him an eye. Yeah, here's your eye. You're now the $6 billion. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He looks the same. Well, so does she actually.
You can see the look. The expressions are very similar.
Yep. Exactly. Fascinating. As always, fascinating. Tomorrow, John Petrocelli joining myself and John Anderson on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, wrapping up the big week. But before we do that, hey, John, before you go.
Hey, John, before you go, check this out. Florida man just traps a live gator by rolling a trash bin right over it.
Not a trap, not a net, just Monday morning confidence and a wheeled bin, like he's collecting anger issues curbside.
Then he casually rolls the gator across the driveway while the crowd screams back up like it's a forklift safety video.
2 minutes of pure don't try this at home, and somehow he's the calmest person there. The gator's the only one stressed.
He gets to the pond and releases it like, all right, buddy, reset your attitude and go ruin someone else's day.
Hey, John, is this bravery, stupidity, or a Florida superpower? And what happens when the trash bin trick doesn't work on the next thing?
You got to admit, that's pretty impressive. This dude's pretty impressive.
That's fucking smart, dude.
It is so
he's in flip-flops, even better.
Yeah, you're right, eh?
I would have kicked those fucking shoes off for sure. I was like, if I need to move quickly, I don't want these loose things on my feet.
Socks and flip-flops, and he's grabbing the gator.
The socks would have been okay, but the flip-flops could have really, you're going to take a quick fucking step and the shoe comes off. Next thing you know, the gator's got you by the toe.
Like the guy, I'm thinking he's done it before, or he saw it, but he did that like it was nobody's business. Like that's pretty impressive, man. That's really impressive. But I guess when you live there, John, it's no different with me with deer, right? Or bears when you're out there.
Remember that fucking gator wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
No, he was being a nuisance.
He was just looking for something to eat, man.
Yeah, he's being a nuisance. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So Petro has chiming in.
He didn't figure being a nuisance. He's thinking, you motherfuckers came into my territory. You're the nuisance.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Just knocked it over and off you go. Yeah, Petro is commenting on your vehicle here today. I think we are learning what Petro drives because he's like, that's the quintessential professor car right there.
I was going to say that I saw the AMC. That was actually the coolest fucking station wagon. So they did try for me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the way they got me dressed and the way even my walk, really off the market.
Why do I suspect Petro has a station wagon like that? I could see him driving that thing. It'd be awesome in that. I'll tell you, I have an AMC story. I was 16, 17, drove out west to Edmonton, Alberta with my buddy Kelly Thomas in his AMC Spider, the little two-door AMC, like a fun little thing. Johnny,
because there's a two-door and a four-door, right?
We got to Edmonton city limits, big road trip, true story. Saw the sign, welcome to Edmonton. The whole car fucking stopped. And I don't want to say blew, I would say blew up because it didn't blow up. Engine blew. Saw the sign, like, holy fuck, we became stuck. So we ended up taking a bus home, and it was one of those. And then he took a ride with his dad to bring his car home. But that's my one story with the AMC Spider, was that it drove us 16 hours, and then the car stopped working, and that was my last experience with the AMC.
Well, I'll say this, brother. Your story is it sucks, but I don't have one, so it's better than mine.
It's just the worst story.
I'm like waiting for the fucking build up, and there's no fucking build up.
I know.
It's like, you ever have those friends that fucking tell story? They're like storytellers, and they're like, everybody's like, okay, this is going to go for like 10 minutes, and there's going to be no entertainment value.
Yes. Well, I've told this story before. I had a guy who I've known, a buddy who I used to work with, I think it was, and he would tell stories this way. He'd walk up to you and he'd be like, yeah, John, so I had steak last night. And then you're like, and? No, I had steak. So, and because he'd build up with like, he's going to tell you this big story. And then you're like, what the fuck's the point?
Yes, well, there's no story here.
There's no point. I just want to tell you I had steak. Oh, for fuck's sakes, get out of here.
But it's kind of crazy how some people will, all they want to do is talk. They just trying to have a conversation. They just don't know how to. They don't understand how to enter properly.
That's the social situation. Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, brother, I got to get you out of here. Hey, actually, here's a interesting question for you. This is a serious one. When you sit down with Ben, and I'm being serious, because I know you cut content for whatever, 20, 30 minutes. And I know you roll off the cuff.
60 minutes.
Oh, is it a 60-minute show? I didn't realize you did 60 minutes. Okay, cool.
It's all pre-recorded. So we'll either do multiple short ones or one or two long ones. So it's all basically just recorded content.
I got you. But do you know going in what you're talking about, or do you sit down raw and just kind of pull off your brain?
He tells me this is what you're going to talk about.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I just go bam. I just fucking lay it out because he's basically kind of looking for, because we have another guy on the team named Caleb.
Okay. Okay.
Caleb is the guy who I don't know how he does it. As he puts it to me, because these guys, I say, look, don't fucking talk this language I understand. Talk the way I understand, please. He goes, I'm going to find the cracks in the internet for you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So basically the cracks, meaning where there's opportunity. These are topics that are highly searched, but there's no videos.
Oh, interesting. Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have found something for Ben and Caleb. I found something this morning. So, which is exactly that. Reddit and places that can automatically find shit for you. So I'm going to do some research on it today. If I find its value, I'll send you and Ben a note. It essentially, just to quickly tell you, I found a script that I can program. It'll go search Reddit, all the platforms for conversations linked to what you're talking about, but haven't been kind of brought up yet.
Yeah. I am. It sounds similar to what he's doing. I have no idea if it's the same mechanism.
Yeah, but yeah, because you're wanting to. If they're talking about Reddit something over there, and nobody's talking about it a lot yet, they're saying, Johnny, you got to start talking about that. I think that's what they're telling you, right? Create content on this, right?
Well, if there's a highly searched term,
yes, okay, yeah,
but there's no videos to connect to it.
Yes,
that's the crack.
I like that. Okay, cool. All right, bro, well, let's get out of here. I got a monologue coming up. Most advice is useless because it ignores human nature. I got that one coming up in 49 seconds after I go for a squirt. Brother, I enjoyed our conversation today. As always, had a lot of fun with you. And I'll just leave you with this. Bye, 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 bye.
I can tell you, it's really fucking hard for me to get past the fact. But, now all this does is this just confirms, because I thought about that. Would I engage with you at school? Now the answer is no.
Bye, John.
You fucking homo.
John Anderson is out of here.
Have a good live up, brother.
You too, brother. Oh, I love him. John Anderson, Keith Billis, every single day. They want to be in sinkers. Bye, John. Yep. Bye. Hey. Bye. That's so funny, man. Okay, I got the Bang Bus music too. Yes, this is the Bang Bus music, Dwayne. Yeah. All right, okay, coming up. Most advice is useless because it ignores human nature. I got a little bit of a monologue that I had prepared a couple of days ago, but then I got sidetracked by the love, Charlie. True story. So I'm going to do that in 49 seconds. I got to put something on the table here which talks a little bit about this idea that most advice that we get is useless because it ignores human nature. And that monologue is coming up in 47 seconds, which starts.
Most advice is useless. It assumes if we know better, we'll do better. We're not that clean. Plans don't fail on paper. They fail in the mirror. We don't resist tactics. We resist becoming someone new. We call it not ready. We call it busy. But it's us guarding pride, comfort, and the story we tell. The cost shows up later. It's trust we don't earn, health we don't protect, and a life we keep postponing.
The rule is simple. Build for real humans, not fantasy versions of us. Make the next right action unavoidable.
Chief's about to put language on the fight inside us. No slogans.
No shortcut.
No shortcuts. Morning begins here.
Some might say that most advice is useless unless it's coming from Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and it's coming from the hunkle himself. That'd be me. Or we might just think that all advice is useless. Not because it's bad, but because it assumes people are machines. And John would say, well, yeah, but we are machines. Well, here's the thing. We're not. No, we're not machines. It assumes if you know the right thing, you're going to do the right thing. That's the problem. It assumes. It assumes if the plan is smart enough, clear enough, well, optimized enough that life will just fall into place. But the problem is that's not how people work. And this is where I get my knickers in a knot about the algorithm. Oh, but the algorithm's not working. No, maybe your content isn't very good. People aren't spreadsheets. I hanging out with Dwayne yesterday, grabbing some chats with my friend Cheryl. She's not a spreadsheet. No, I don't think B drives the system. Nope, not at all, actually. People are not these little clean productivity robots who wake up every morning excited to execute the obvious. That is why we probably hit the fucking snooze button. That's what I suspect. Here's why. People, us humans. Yeah, we got that E word. Emotional. We're all emotional. We sure are. And we are insecure, impulsive, proud, ashamed, tempted, distracted, scared of being judged. It's what holds us back. It's why we hit the snooze button so much. Oh, the judgment. We want that comfort. Yeah, I want all of this, but I just want to sit in the stands. No, you either want the greatness or you want the comfort. You can't have both. You want the result without that identity shift. You want the advice without putting in the work. Because most advice completely ignores all of that. That's why so much advice that we get, we receive, we give, sounds smart and changes nothing. Yeah, it sounds like every single day on my show, what I'm telling you guys what to do. Wake up earlier. Don't hit the snooze button. Be more disciplined. Just be consistent. Come on, what's so hard, you guys? Post. Set boundaries. Do the hard thing. Cut the distractions. Believe in yourself. What the hell is he doing? That's what he says every single day. Okay, now what do I got to do? Again, daily. What? Yeah, every single day. But then what happens when the person knows exactly what to do and still doesn't do it? That's the point of this show. That's the point of why we get up every single day. Yeah, why we get up. Not grind up, get up. I'm very grateful that I get to get up every single day and hang out with you guys. What happens when the issue is not the information? It's the snooze button get in front of us. What happens when the issue is the ego? Or is it the fear? Or is it the loneliness? Maybe it's the resentment. Or I know what it is. I know what it is, guys. Maybe it's that lack of self-respect we have for ourselves. Or that unprocessed shame because we've been carrying it around forever. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's just this whole idea of, oh, I don't like this one. That feeling of I need to be liked. Oh, I need them to like me. I want them to like me. Or maybe just that secret addiction to comfort. The comfort foods that make us feel better. That is where most advice dies for all of us. Because most advice is built for the ideal conditions. Yeah, those conditions that are like, okay, every variable is connected. All the I's are dotted. All the T's are crossed. Everything is perfect. Guys, that's not how real life is. No, what's real life? Friction, walls, barriers, obstacles, moments, friction. Real life is Dwayne, is Keith, is John saying, I want change. But then reaching for that familiar because the familiar protects us. I've been there. I know Whitaker's been there. Both of them. I know Johnny's been there. Jimmy's been there. It's just easier to go to familiar because it's easier for me. Well, real life is someone claiming they want truth, but only if the truth does not cost them anything. It's the lowest barrier to entry. Real life is knowing the move and still hesitating because the move would expose you. Again, that move, that is the snooze button. But then again, it's also human nature. And if your advice does not account for human nature, it's not wisdom. No, all you're doing is providing theater. That's it. Theater, theater, theater. And actually, I got to be honest, and Neiman and I have been talking about it a lot these days. It seems like LinkedIn is full of theater. Advice that matters to no one except the person writing it. This is why I care less and less about clever advice and more about honest advice. Honest advice that understands that people sabotage. Yep, I'm heading to the pantry at 8 o'clock tonight. I just know I'm going to crush that peanut butter. I'm going to fucking battle every walk there. So I'm going to try to give you advice that takes into your feelings in that moment. But instead we perform. We lie to ourselves. We avoid what threatens the current self-image, calling it confusion when it's actually, it's actually avoidance. And then we call it burnout when it's really misalignment. Guys, we've all done it. And then you know what we do? We call it perfectionism when it's actually fear. Calling it timing when it's really just cowardice. We do all those things as humans. That is what making people so hard to do. Because everybody has every single obstacle and excuse in front of them before you've even helped. And that is what makes shallow advice even more dangerous. Because shallow advice, that shallow little headline advice, makes people feel broken. FOMO, for not executing something that was never designed for real human behavior in the first place. Like, oh, I can't do that. No, you can. The problem is that not all people are weak. Sometimes the advice we give them is weak. No weight, no blood, no understanding. All it does is it sounds good, looks good on that carousel you made with Canva last night. But then it falls apart the moment the person grabs it in real life. So I'm so proud of the advice we offer on this show, whether it's myself or Johnny or Petro. We're offering advice through our own experiences. Because real guidance has to begin with a harder truth that starts in our own mirror, that people do not struggle because they lack instructions. We struggle because change threatens our identity. We struggle because comfort has a voice. Because fear, you know the voice. You know that one on your shoulder? It's persuasive. Because that old version of you that was sitting on the other side of Kilimanjaro still has that voting power holding your back. That's why transformation, we talk transformation on the show often. Transformation is not just strategy. No, it's more than that. It is conflict, internal conflict. And the people who understand that are the people who can actually lead, the leaders of the world, not the ones who handle clean little slogans from a safe distance on LinkedIn or X or Substack. The ones who understand the war between what a person says they want and what they are emotionally loyal to. That, my friends, is the game. That is leadership. That's coaching. That's parenting. That's building anybody up with human beings. So no, I do not think most people need more advice. They just need better truth, honest truth that respects the mess they are living in, truth that understands the resistance, truth that does not just tell people what is right, but understands why they keep choosing what is wrong, why they keep walking up to the wall and not moving forward. Because once you understand human nature, everything changes. You stop being shocked by people. You start accepting the fallacies that we all have. And instead, You stop building plans for a fantasy version of your son, of your daughter, of your colleague, of your employee. You stop expecting the logic to overpower emotion every single time. And then what you do is you start building systems. You start conversations and standards at work in the real world. So if you're out there doing some coaching today, if you're out there doing some parenting today, if you're out there doing some relationship building today, this is where the real progress starts. Not, nation, not with better tips. No, just with a better understanding of people. Because most advice, unless it's coming from Keith and John at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, live right here on the network, because most advice is useless for one simple reason. It ignores the one variable. The one variable. Do you know what it is? Most advice is useless because it ignores the one variable that changes everything. And right now, I'm going to give you this as a reminder to go through your day, that one variable that changes everything sounds exactly like this. And it's called human nature.
You're waking up today playing a rigged game without even realizing it. We're tearing that down today, fellas. We're looking at the quiet, daily ways you're betraying yourselves, why your empathy might actually be killing you, and why the ceilings people put over your heads are complete bullshit. Get your notebooks ready, nation. Take it away, handsome chief.
Maya Reyes with the filthy mouth right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Maya gets into the show here at 9:45 Eastern Time. I always drop some community corner segments. Loving it. We got B Drive and Mike Sullivan talking about honey out there. I left all the honey on the hives last fall, so there's hundreds of pounds sitting out there ready to go and split the bees. Big year coming up. I'm looking forward to that. B Drive, I want to keep hearing about this, brother. Keep bringing it to the show. I have a lot of requests for it. I have to look at license requirements for bottling, though I believe it's different than honey laws. And then the honey and the wax are very simple requirements. All the products I believe requires a bit more. Love to keep learning from the resident beekeeper himself, Bernard Artis, B Drive Equipment. Always love having Bernard on the show. Good to have you out here, brother. Hey guys, let's keep the Maya Reyes Community Corner segment moving in that direction over to YouTube. The quiet self-betrayal every dad needs to face. First up, coming up, Dimitri and Patrick from the Dad Compass podcast says most guys think their lives will collapse from one catastrophic mistake. That is bullshit. Hey Kai, here's an idea for you. These people we find for these community corner segments, great guests to come on the show and have a conversation about some of the stuff we're calling up there. So let's get these guys, Dimitri and Patrick from the Dad Compass Project. True story. You call it decompressing, but your kids are watching you choose comfort over courage in real time. What's the takeaway? They don't care about your big speeches. No, they study your daily excuses. Good thing my kids don't see me make excuses. If anything, I get nervous that my kids see me working too hard. I'm just saying it. The kids definitely do not see dad making excuses. The kids see dad getting after it all the fucking time. What's the takeaway, guys? When you fuck up, stop overcompensating. Just get up, dust yourself off, keep moving, give yourself some grace to do what? To begin again. Because discipline isn't about removing that comfort. It's about choosing your purpose over all those excuses you keep making. Yeah, that's what the difference is. All right, let's move it over to Substack. Daniel Boyd. Hey, Daniel, what's shaking? Listen closely because this one stings. Daniel argues that men don't need another empathy lecture unless you're listening to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. You guys need permission to stop pouring effort at the people who turn care into chaos. A lot of that angry online male ego, that rage, it's just injured investment with louder music. Think about it. Real emotional freedom, it's not contempt. It's absolute quiet indifference. You need to stop acting like a rehab center with a beard. If your best qualities don't work on someone, you're playing a rigged game, so exit it, guys. Ask yourself this right now. If you care about building your health, or are you just extending access to your energy? There is a difference. All right, on the advice train on the community corner with Maya Reyes and myself, Keith Billis, finally on over to LinkedIn. We found a powerhouse story about a guy named John, not John, John. He says his dad tells the story. At birth, doctors set a massive low ceiling for him because he had He has Down syndrome, basically predicting he might sweep floors one day. Well, get this. I love this. We got to get this guy on the show. John co-founded a business that ships now over 500,000 packages to 94 countries and donating 850,000 to charity. The lesson? Massive for leaders. Stop threatening civilizations. Bah! No, stop focusing on perceived limitations and start hiring for actual strengths. Yes, never let those bullshit ceilings others build become your company floor. Look around your own circles. Have the confidence to make your own fucking decision, not what somebody else is encouraging you to make. Because, hey, here's something for you. Who are you underestimating because of a label? I bet you there's maybe it's me. Maybe it's Johnny. Look at that guy going, I don't know about that guy. Looks kind of greasy in the glasses and the hat and the Motley Crue shirt. Oh, yeah. Underestimating me. Go ahead. Make my day. Go ahead and underestimate me. Hey, Maya. Speaking of low ceilings, Maya, back in college when you were bullshitting with all your friends, Maya, back in your college sprint days, here's a question for you, Maya Reyes. Back in those college sprint days, what was the biggest bullshit limitation someone tried to place on you?
That my stress fracture meant my entire identity as an athlete was over. It took me years to realize that the end of one track's just the starting blocks for another. Take a hard look in the mirror tonight, nation. Are the limits you're fighting even yours? Or did you just adopt someone else's opinion of what you're capable of because it was easier than proving them wrong? Think about it. See you tomorrow, boys.
When I get knocked down, but I wake up again. And yes, there's some NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and a little bit of ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Bernard says the name of the game is to get up faster each time until not many things knock you down again. Good morning, everybody. What a fun show here today. We're wrapping up here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We got the resident doc himself, Dr. John Petrocelli, joining us for the show tomorrow. Yes, we do. Plus a bunch of other awesome conversations just like we had today. We started off today, guys, with a little bit of NSYNC. Yeah, Joey Fatone on stage. John decided he was going to be a Backstreet Boy NSYNcer. Yeah, we debated about that, whether he was a Backstreet Boy or an NSYNcer. And I learned John's real feelings about me this morning. So if you're curious to know what I'm saying, I invite you to go back and listen to it. Yeah. Keith and John hit a new level on the show here today, all because of NSYNC, Justin, Joey, and the whole gang at the Backstreet Boys. So go back, listen to the first hour, and you'll see how the two men figured that out. Tomorrow, guys, the bullshit professor himself, Dr. John Petrocelli. I expect he's arriving. Well, hey, last week he came in the bang bus. And I know Dwayne Whitaker was pretty jacked about that one. He's like, fuck, why was I not in the bang bus? Well, Dwayne, I got to talk to Jimmy. Maybe we'll get a bigger bus. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a bigger bus without our colleagues driving it. I don't know. But anyways, tomorrow, Petrocelli will be on the show. And you never know who else might show up. The handsome chief might put some feelers out there. See who else wants to join myself and Uncle John for a big conversation tomorrow. Live, 8 o'clock, mornings.live on the network. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And hey, if you haven't checked in today, go check in. Go show your proof. I see all you guys that are out there. Yeah, Jimmy's out there, Holroyd's out there, Sullivan's out there, but I don't see the Whitakers out there. Whitakers, have a good day, guys. I'll see you in the lab, and I'll see you guys all in less than 22 hours. Where? Right here. Mornings in the Lab. Mornings.live.